Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and we are here for the playoff between the Socceroos and Peru, which has just got underway. We've got the formation up and ready to go, as you can see. We're going to get our clock ticking away. But here we go. This is the big one, man. This is it. We are up bright and early. This is the final chance for the Socceroos. It all comes down to this. How many cliches can we throw in there? Of course, the major change to report is that Mitch Duke has come into the side with Craig Goodwin dropping out, which means Matt Leckie over to the wing. But the likes of Natty Atkinson, Kai Rolls, they all retain their spots in the lineup. So overall, it's a pretty similar lineup. But big call to bring in Mitch Duke for such a big game. And let's hope the boys are up for it. I'm sure they are. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see all of you in the chat. We're going to get the clock ticking underway in just a second as well. But where are you guys tuning in from? Let me know where you're tuning in from. And I'm asking that, like, usually I do just ask that just for fun, but I genuinely mean it this time because it's people tuning in from all over Australia and potentially around the world as Aiden Roostich almost gets played in early there. So would be very interested to hear where you guys are tuning in from and what the time is. It is just past 4 a.m. Where I am right here on the central coast of New South Wales. There we go. We've got the clock ticking away. So you should be able to let me know if you can hear and see me clearly. And we should be good to go. We should be ticking away, man. I see football podcast. Who else do I see in here? They seem so timid. Good morning, good morning. Yes. 4:05, love it. So good, guys. Of course, this game, if you're in Australia, been streamed, available on 10 Play and Channel 10, free to wear. How good to have football and free to wear. What do you guys make of this lineup, though? As we see the early stages of this game. Pan, what do you make of this lineup? Duke starting. Happy? Not happy? Let me know. Costa's tuning in from Adelaide where it's 3:35, even earlier. Costa. Mate, I love the commitment. Man. You can see I've got the Socceroos scarf on. You guys repping the gear. Man. Duke. Oh, dude. Mitch Duke with a long ranger. That wasn't too far away. Bailey right with the long ball. And I guess Mitch Duke provides that a bit of physicality. Probably a bit more physicality, better on the aerial duel compared to Leckie. And some decent early intensity from the Socceroos getting forward, but he's Advin Cooler, the right back for Peru, and is it going to go the other way here, the foul? Peru, so many class players, man. You got Advin Cooler there, the experienced right back. With plenty of pace. Andre Carrillo, I think, off that right or left wing. Here's Peru getting that first ball in. Lapadula over the bar. Come on, Australia. That's right. Pablo from Brazil, where it's... There you go, 3 or 6 p.m. How about that? Much more comfortable time for those in South America, where I'm sure many Peruvian fans are tuning in from. And if you look at the stadium, man, here in Doha, there are plenty of white and red shirts, plenty of Peruvian fans. Love to see it. We have seen some shots of some Aussie fans, of course. Come on, Juki, getting up for that ball again. Misses that one. But you can see a lot of pressure here. Atkinson, Boyle pushing. This is good. Keep going. Well done. Come on. That's what we need, man. We're going to take it to them. We can't just sit back, be timid. This is arguably the strongest opposition we've faced in World Cup qualifying. Yet it is the one match we simply have to win. That's the thing for Australia, man. It's the one match. I mean, I don't care how we do it, dude. I don't care how we do it. I know for Australia, so much of the talk has been around, play style, the coaching, the selection. All of that for me goes out the window tonight. Who cares? you know, what happens with Graham Arnold. We talk about that afterwards. Many people suggesting that he won't be staying on regardless of the result tonight. But we simply just have to win. We have to win. Oh, mate. See Steven in the chat as well. So good to see so many of you guys. I see a lot of you guys from the regular A-League streams getting up nice and early. It's good to see. Let me know what you guys got. You running any coffee or anything? I've just got, what is this, a green tea? Green tea. Doing the job. Green tea, and we've got a banana for a little bit of energy. All right. So, after the opening 5 minutes or so in this game, Australia seem up for it. It's good to see. Wayward ball from Bailey Wright. Of course, I mentioned it in the match preview. If you guys didn't see the match preview uploaded to the channel a day ago, we can't afford to be making these defensive mistakes as this Bajic cuts inside for a run. He's getting challenged. Has to release. Chance for Australia to build something here. Aaron Moy, decent pass. Hrustic goes down. Duke strike. Again, not too far away. So we're only 6.5 minutes in. And Mitch Duke, the one change that was made for this game, he's already looked very lively. He snatched at that one, and it did go a fair way wide in the end, actually. But love to see it. I did hear that about, yes, Pablo, about Peru's government setting today as a national holiday. Isn't that awesome? Just goes to show what football means to the Peruvian people. Got the hot chocolate. Nice, nice. Victoria gang. Nice. Love it. Especially, well, it's down in Victoria. Imagine it'd be even colder than where I am. Also, we've got if you're a regular tuner-inner observer of these live watch-alongs, we've got a slightly different setup here. It's actually pretty cool. I've got like a big TV in front of me, and I've got the webcam on top of the TV. So it's I feel very much, and I've got like 3 different screens in front of me. Well, 4 now, including my phone. So we've got the multi-screen setup running here for this massive game. One of the biggest watch-alongs we've done in the year or so. We've been doing the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel. And if you guys want to show your support to this watch along, you can hit that like button if you haven't already. It does help me out a whole lot. Pretty cold in Melbourne. Hyper gang. Morning. Doing well, man. Doing well. Taser says, good start from the Aussies. That's right. It's the lads look up for it. And look, under the captainship, if that's a word, of Matty Ryan. I reckon Matty Ryan in recent years has turned into a really, really, really good captain. Just the way he holds himself, the way he talks to the media. And you see him on the field, he is often shouting. Encouraging his teammates. Barking instructions. It's what you want to see from not just your goalkeeper, but your captain, you know? I know, right, Nash? Waking up at 4 a.m. But this was a good enough reason, of course. Of course. You had to. Long ball here, looking for Boyle. Controls it. That might take it that wide. Keeps it in. Hrustic probably won't get to that. Renato Tapia, an experienced midfielder. A number of these names familiar to Australian fans after the Socceroos took on Peru in the 2018 World Cup in Russia. Renato Tapia, number 13, the defensive midfielder. Plays as for, I think it's Celta Vigo in Spain, if I'm not mistaken. And Christian Cueva, another experienced midfielder who I believe is playing... Where is he? He's on there. I know. Oh, he's left wing. I think he's over on the left wing, Cueva. So it's been a pretty both teams have we've got to either end of the field a lot, but Australia having a couple long range chances through Duke. Here's Lecky just dropping into some space, running forward, trying to poke it into Duke. Gonna need to do a little bit better than that, rather than just hopeful passes trying to knock them through. You know. Dean's in here. How you going, Dean? Will Coastwatch fix the stream delay? That's just the standard YouTube thing. So, whenever stream on YouTube, of course, there's always that little bit of a few seconds delay. So, my timer might look a little bit behind yours. We are just past 11 minutes into this game. You can see Australia and sort of this 4-4-2 defensive setup. A formation that I remember well from when Graham Arnold coached my club team, Central Coast Mariners, a long time ago. This is a formation he has used a lot in the past at Mariners at Sydney FC. Atkinson gives away the foul on Cueva. And it's going to be yellow. Now, this was one of the big talking points for this game coming in, man. Nathaniel Atkinson was exposed many times against the UAE. Graham Arnold has kept faith in him. But as I saw many other people online, were pushing for a change to bring in Karacic. Maybe a bit more of a balanced fullback. So, it's a big call. It's a big call. And that's not good, man. An early yellow card, especially for a fullback. It's a little bit of weakness on that flank now. So here we go. It's a free kick for Peru, their first real set piece of the game. Free kick is a decent way out and right out on the wing. That's a good delivery, though. Duke gets the header. Falls. Oh, dude, just the clearance. Well done. Fell to a Peruvian shirt. They couldn't get the strike away. It's back in. Well done, Matty Ryan. Well done, Matty Ryan. Let's see if the Aussies can get a counter-attack going here. Quick release for Boyle. Can you keep it in? Jeez, it was asking a lot of him. There was too much heat in it from Matty Ryan. Just need to compose ourselves on the ball here. Irvine bundled over, getting that pass away. Probably the two defensive midfielders for Australia. That's the other position where there was plenty of discussion. Aaron Moy, Jackson Irvine starting again. What is Atkinson doing? I know, the attacker got the better of him in that situation. And gives away the foul. I'm doing well, Dean. I'm doing well. Bright and early this morning. I'll say as well, I don't know about you guys, but I kept waking up last night. I was, a mixture of nerves and excitement. But I continuously kept waking up. It was so annoying. I was like, is it 3:30 a.m. yet? So we're here. As we were last Wednesday for the UAE match. Of course, that game against UAE where Australia won 2-1, we did not perform at our best at all. And sort of the worry heading into this game is that if we were to perform the same way as we did against UAE, we'd get punished. But we are heading into quarter now into this game. And Australia holding them out their own so far. Baich, long ball, looking for Boyle. It's going to be poked over the line. And Australia are going to get their first corner of the game. Trauco, the left back for Peru, heading it out. Slept past my alarm at 3:30. Dude, taser. That was the thing that worried me so much. I had so many alarms set. Especially because I was doing the watch-along. I was like, imagine if I just slept through and missed a watch-along. Gonna fall asleep at school today. It's gonna be rough for those heading to work and school. I've got some work commitments later today too. But here we go. Aaron Moy with a corner. 5 Aussie shirts in the box. Aaron Moy delivers. Decent ball. The flicked header. Jackson Irvine scored the first for Australia last week against the UAE. His header now sails over the bar. Yes, indeed. Thanks for covering me in the chat. 2-0 back in the 2018 World Cup against Peru. These sides, this is only their second ever meeting. You got pupil free day, dude. That helps you out so much. Oof. Kai rolls, man. What a massive test for him. You can see the Mariners shirt we got up in the background. He wins that foul. It's probably 50-50 challenge, to be fair. Went to bed at 9, feeling all right. That's around when I went to bed too, actually. I tried to get some sleep. Mitch Duke getting physical early. Love to see it. We playing a 4-4-2. It's more of a 4-2-3-1, as you can see. We've got the lineup graphic here on the right of screen. You can see on the watch along, which I'll keep updated for you guys. But in defense, and we do see this from Australia, that we sort of shift into basically into a 4-4-2. The wingers sort of slot back in, and you can see now, Australia not without the ball. Naden Hrustic is right up alongside Mitch Duke. Australia winning the ball back in the opposition half here. Aaron Moy. Boyle on the right. He hits. That was a weird decision. The defender was right in front of him. Peru should be able to deal with this. Dean says, hope the game finishes at 6 so I can sleep one more hour. Oh, that reminds me. For those who are interested, I'm jumping on the Mazen Lakey show on radio for Hit FM, for the Hit Network, to have a chat after the game, about the game, at 6:40 a.m. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time, 6:40. So if anyone wants to tune in, and if this game goes to extra time, they could be cutting it close. Might have to do the call on the live stream. Wouldn't that be good? High rolls, collecting the ball there. Feeding Bajic. Bajic cutting inside again. Not the first time we've seen that. Okay. What can we manufacture here? Australia with the ball. Need to get the likes of Hrustic, Boyle in dangerous positions. We haven't seen that as of yet. Hello from the US. Just subscribed. Thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Boyle. Boyle getting past. Nice work. Delivers. Duke goes down. And it's going to go out for a throw. But I just said a moment ago, we need to get Mike Boyle in these sorts of positions. And that's what he can do, dude. Just blasts past 2 defenders. And the cross was a bit too hot for Duke. But that's better. That's better. I like that, man. I like it. Martin Boyle, one of our best weapons, man. He was easily man of the match last week against UAE. But here we go. We are 20 minutes into this game now. Fairly even so far, you'd have to say. Neither team really dominating yet. It's been an exciting start. A wayward pass. Peru keep it in. Come on. Got to stay switched on here. Peru looking to play this ball in behind. Atkinson should get to this first. Good pressure by Duke. So many Peru shirts, man. Look at just behind that far touchline, the sideline rather. So many. When we lost Suter last year, that impacted our run. I agree, it was a blow. Big blow to lose Harry Suter. Boyle is 100% energy all the time. Yeah, we love it, eh? He's so good. That's right, yeah. Basically a Peru home game with the amount of fans they have in the stadium. That's right. So many. Look at them, man. It's just like filled with Peruvian fans. Thousands of them there. Great commitment to their team. Peru, just slowing things down here in the back line. This could easily turn into a game of patience, you know? Who slips first? Hopefully it's not Australia. Handball, surely there. Peru. Looking to get down this left-hand side. Carrillo, the number 18 there, another experienced player. Oh, sliding in Duke. That was a risky tackle. I think he did collect a bit of the man. I was committed from Duke. We've already seen he's been very committed to the challenges so far. Oh, jeez, that was risky from Duke. Flying in, man. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't booked. He wasn't booked for that. I don't know if he got any of the ball, did he? Flew in on the man there. Tapia for Peru. Page cuts it out. Peru trying to get him behind there. Irvine challenging with a player. Not happy that he went down. I think it was Quaver for Peru. Was. Maybe went down a little bit too easily under that challenge. Here's the replay. Yeah. Yes, you could see the act of falling committed a second or so after the contact. I do indeed live in Australia. Would you say football's big over there? It's growing. Football's actually the most played sport, most participation, if I'm not mistaken. Got massive millions of people in Australia play football, and in terms of the viewership, it's just constantly growing. But yeah, man, where are you tuning in from? Had already some viewers in from Brazil, USA. Love to see it. Different time zones, maybe a bit more comfortable time zones for people around the world compared to what is it now? 4:29 a.m. Still yet to see the sunshine. So, Peru, I mean, would a lot of people considering favourites heading into this clash. I think they've probably been frustrated so far by the start. They are getting some good possession now, though. Advent caller down the right for Peru. They're getting numbers in the box. Carrillo. Peru's starting to tighten the screws now, hey. Tuning from Spain, but live in the USA. Nice. Taco Kid. It's Taco Kid is here. Have you brought the tacos? So Australia having to be disciplined here, holding their shape as Peru maintain possession of the ball. As we slowly approach the half an hour mark already. This game's gone pretty quick, man. First half's gone quickly. Connor's in the chat. How's it going, mate? Audio's cutting out. Should be good now, eh? I was intentionally muting it a second ago just because I was boiling a kettle of tea like a meter away. So you should be able to hear me loud and clear now, eh? Got a score on the counter if Peru score. Watch the game turn into an emergency room with lots of miraculous recoveries, says ISB. Yeah, you get the sense that if I think that's the sense of it too amongst the Australian players, that if Peru score first, it's danger. It's danger signs. Whereas if Australia score first, it's still, anything could still happen. But Socceroos just need to hold out, I think, here for this first half. And yeah, man, it's all about that counter attack, looking for that goal. Peru, though, in the last 5 minutes or so, really starting to up the tempo. Trauco crosses. Ain't going to find a teammate. Goes out of play. As is Beige, a player who a lot of people wanted a different left back to start. Beige holds his place. Was solid enough against UAE. Long ball. Let's get the A-League ball in the background, eh? Come on, lads. Coach Graham Arnold, wonder how he's feeling. Under pressure for a long time now by Australian football fans. An experienced coach, man, who was part of the coaching team, the 2006 World Cup, long time ago. And now he's going to hope he can lead this Australian side as Aaron Moy picked up a bit of a head knock there. Play continues. Aiden Hrustic, Boyle, here, a rare attack for Australia now. Time to get forward here. Boyle again. Oh, heavy challenge. Well, Boyle's clattered into and he's still on the ground. Really heavy challenge. Graham Arnold has his arms in the air. I'd love to see another look at that. How much of the ball did they get, dude? Boyle was taken out. Look at this. Another great run. Oh, come on. Oh, dude. Look, it doesn't matter. In instances like that, it doesn't matter if they get the ball. If you wipe out a player like that, it's a foul. That's an illegal takeout of a player. It's an illegal way to win back possession of the ball, and you have to reward a foul for that. Whether it was a penalty or not, I'm not sure. It would have been very tight. Goodness me, what do you guys make of that? I don't know. Is it just me? Am I freaking out here? Am I Arnold out, Lockie? Am I hashtag Arnold out? Yes. I was one of the last ones to get on the train. Craig. Graham Arnold. People might not like this comment, but I still think is a good coach. But he's a good coach, but not the right coach for Australia, as we've seen. But you can't deny that Graham Arnold's a good coach. I mean, he dominated the A-League scene for many years. Neon's in the chat. Hello, Neon. Is there VAR? I believe there is. So look, in an instance like that, I can understand why they wouldn't go to VAR. I mean, and just take the referee's decision. It wasn't like it was clear and obvious. But man, I mean, just the contact was so heavy. As Hrustic now wins a free kick in the opposition half, long range. Should have been a free kick. Pretty sure contact was outside the box. Yeah, I thought it might have been outside too, eh? But yeah, man, I just it looks so heavy, and he wasn't the only player. He got sandwiched too. And surely that's an illegal takeout. Here he goes again, Boyle. This time he gets poked away. Well done, Jackson Irvine, covering in midfield, and Australia win the throw-in. Good Jackson. Good Jackson. We have to match Peru's intensity for 90 minutes, man. 120 if need be. Just over 10 minutes left in this opening half. Apparently this was the ref from the Europa League final. He let a lot of heavy challenges slide. There you go. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. Maybe that's what we can come to expect then. Maddie's in the chat. How you doing, mate? That's right. Go to the Socceroos. What do you guys? What have you guys made of the game so far? What have you made of the match so far? I'm still hopeful. As an Australian fan, Duke wins the ball back here up the park. Love to see it. Lecky loses it though. Dude, short pass there from Bajic. Can't afford to let these poor passes, man. Can't afford them. In a big game like this. I'm sure the guys know that too. Nan says, swear to God, don't know who taught some of these boys to cross at times. Kai rolls, gets surely bundled over there. Yep, wins the foul. Kai rolls Lapadule, the number 9, the striker for Peru. No Guerrero anymore playing up top for Peru, the striker who was a menace against Australia back in the 2018 World Cup. Only just woke up, says Matt. Heaps of Peru fans. Yeah, man, dude, it is packed. Look at that. Like a whole, yeah, all the way along, dude. It's just red and white. There's so many Peruvian fans along that far touchline. It's pretty incredible. Long ball to Duke. A couple of times we've utilized this long ball to Duke. This seems to be a tactic that, certainly being deployed more so here than we did against the UAE when Lecky was playing up top. So there's a clear game plan there to utilize Duke with these long balls, but not many of them have worked out as of yet. This game's been even, man. I know Peru sort of dominated that 5-10 minute period for a moment ago. But I feel like it's been pretty even. Australia just need to do a little bit more, though, to fashion some sort of opportunities. But I don't think either keeper's had to make a save yet, right? I don't think Matty Ryan's been called into action. So, we're still in it. We're still in it. Let's go. ISB says aim might be to get to break square and reset. Oof. Another wayward pass, this time from Bailey Wright. Not his first for the match. Jackson Irvine, committed challenge, gives away the throw. Irvine working hard so far this half. Atkinson. Surely that's a goal kick, right? Yep. Correct decision. Correct decision. Liam says McLaren and Goodwin should be playing. Duke gives us nothing up front. I think Duke just gives something a bit different to, whether it's McLaren or Lecky or Taggart. So Graham Arnold, as part of his tactics for this game. Oh, nice pass inbound for Hrustic, who has a bit of space to run into, some rare space. Out wide for Boyle. Here we go. Come on. Martin Boyle chips in. The header. Dear. Jackson Irvine just couldn't get any power on that. Eric says, greetings from Peru. Greetings, Eric. What's the time? What's local time in Peru right now? Sometime in the afternoon, I imagine. Boy says, hard to watch when I don't trust anyone in our back four. I think they did a decent enough job against UAE and against Jordan. Yes, not perfect. Don't get me wrong, not perfect at all. The Atkinson one is still a bit worrying. And look, the fact that Atkinson's on a yellow card I mean, here's the question for you guys in the chat right now. If you were Graham Arnold right now, if you were the Australian coach, would you sub off a yellow-carded right back in Nathaniel Atkinson, who was a bit of a liability against UAE? Perhaps bring on Frank Karacic. Trent Sainsbury is on the bench. 143 right now in Peru. How about that? Perfect. Hope you're having good weather over there. Leon says, Liam, I disagree. I think the Duke seems to work a lot harder on the pitch than McLaren. I agree. I agree with that statement. McLaren, very much the poacher. Good finisher. Duke, more physicality. And Australia, well, this is really our first long-range free kick of the game. Hrustic and Moy stand over it. Hrustic to deliver. A little bit short. A little bit short there from Aiden Hrustic. And Australia will reset. Yes, 100%. Says Christian. Yeah, I think so. I mean, in a big game like this, the last thing that you want in a big game like this is a red card. That's the last thing you want. If Natty Atkinson was to make another clumsy foul, pick up a second booking and go off, it would massively hamper our chances of winning this game. It would be a massive blow. So I just wonder if that's in Graham Arnold's thinking as we approach half-time, knowing that we have a solid enough fullback in Frank Karacic, who has experience, man, who's played many qualifiers this campaign. Does he bring off a yellow card of Nathaniel Atkinson, who is still finding his feet at international level as Martin Boyle can spring forward here from the wing? Australia lose the ball. Atkinson's there to regather. Atkinson can keep going here. Has the throw. Here we go. In a decent position here for Australia. Stephen says Atkinson is going to lose the game for the Socceroos. We're going to have hope. Arnold's kept his faith in him. Nice play here. Boyle with some space. Delivery wasn't bad. It found a little bit of space, and Carrillo has to get back to clear for Peru. But that was good from Boyle. And it was just in front of Mitch Duke, who was heading back into the box. Had he been there just a metre closer to it, he might have got the first touch to it. Australia, I don't think we've managed a shot on target as of yet, hey. Joe in the chat says, I lived in Australia for 7 years and missed the country. Don't miss the kickoff times. Best of luck from Bristol. Thanks for tuning in, Joe. Here's Aaron Moy with the delivery. Headed away. What's the time over there in the UK? Probably late afternoon, isn't it? Or evening. Hope the weather's over there is doing all right too as you guys get into summer. Still, hey Siri. Let's ask Siri Hey Siri. What's the temperature right now?
It's 7 degrees outside.
7 degrees Celsius. 7 degrees Celsius. But we're nice and cozy in here. We've got the hoodie on, we've got the scarf on. As Moy delivers another free kick. This time he gets the header. Bailey Wright across the face of goal. That was a bizarre one. Bailey Wright seemed to get into a really good position there. Was he offside? Ooh, he might have been. Oh, he wasn't. He was absolutely offside from the header flicked on. But why didn't he shoot? I mean, I know it was offside, but why didn't Bailey Wright shoot? I mean, he was absolutely had a chance to shoot there. 7:47 p.m. There you go. Beautiful. And weather's lovely. Good. Love to hear it. Matt says we are controlling the game nicely at the moment. Yeah, man. I think we're in it. I think with this half has been better than probably most people expected. Again, though, another wayward pass, so there's still as wayward passes are still hampering us. But the commitment, and here's Lecky tracking Advin Corlo, who gets into the box away by Rolls. Boyle's there to regather, and Rolls will take it clear. Well done, Kai. Aiden Hrustic, wayward pass back inside. Tapia chipping it over. Not dangerous. But honestly, the way the game's going, we're in this game. And we're going to have 1 added minute of time. Make sure you stick around for the halftime chat. We'll be diving right into the chat. We'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on the game. What can we expect in the second half? Let me know now. Would you make any changes? Possession stats on the broadcast, very even. 49-51. Bajic over the top of Irvine. Potentially a late attack here. 30 seconds to go. Australia have a throw-in in a good position. Are they going to commit numbers forward? They will. Bajic getting forward to take the throw. Here we go. 15 seconds left. Bajic throws short to Moy. Moy, well done. Delivers. Headed away. Rustic can't control. And a Peru will come away here. Do they have enough time to mount a counter-attack? Referee lets it go. On the right-hand side, Carrillo. This would be a massive blow for Australia if Peru score here. Carrillo gets it inside. Rolls will clear. And there goes the halftime whistle. So halftime in this tense and tight World Cup playoff. Australia 0, Peru 0. Oh, mate. I think it's been decent. I think it's been all right. If you're an Australian fan, I think we're in this game. I think we are in this game. It's been even. You'd probably have to say it's been even so far. Peru had a little bit of play there where they were controlling things. But overall, man, I think it's been an easy. In my opinion, it's been a pretty even game. What do you guys make of that half? If you're an Australian fan, are you happy? Peruvians, we've got some Peru fans in here in the chat as well. What have you made of your team so far? I was probably expecting a little bit more from Peru, to be honest. They haven't been as slick and as devastating as maybe we would have expected. Better half than I was expecting. Cesare in the chat. ISB says, I'll settle for another Rustic rocket in the 89th minute. Dude, what a way. What a way to go through if we did it. Maddie says, impressed by Socceroos. Where can I watch this on? Where are you tuning in from, my friend? I can only help if you're in Australia. If you are in Australia, you can watch free to air on Channel 10 or on 10play, 10play.com.au. So good to have the national team on free to air. Boy says, decent half. Would like some changes though, specifically Karacic. Yeah, man. Yeah, I reckon. It just makes sense. I'm just nervous, man. I mean, Atkinson, he's young. This is a massive game. If he gets sent off, I'm gonna be spewing, man. Oh, you're in Australia. There we go. Yes, you can watch on, Channel 10 free to air or on 10play.com.au. You can watch for free. Channel 10. Conscript in the chat says, not bad considering the difference in world rankings between Peru and Australia. Yeah, exactly 20 places. Australia 42nd, Peru 22nd. So, I mean, everyone expecting Peru to go through here, but Australia doing well just to hold their own in this game so far. Liam says this game will be determined by the first 10 minutes of the second half. You know what? I sort of agree, Liam. I think that's the time where we see teams, shift things a little bit. We might see Peru shift tactics a little bit, potentially make some changes of their own and come out firing. I get a sense that the Peruvian coach, I mean, we saw a couple shots there. He was yelling, throwing his arms around, talking to his players. I get the sense that he probably wasn't overly happy with that half. FML says, great first half. I'm impressed, but nervous. Yeah, man, as we all are. Dude, honestly, it's massive, dude. This is the biggest watch-along we've done, for sure. Biggest watch-along since the A-League finals. It's been massive. Whew. Peru will come out firing, says Liam. I reckon so, hey. Tan says, felt like Peru's trying to slow down the plays. It was like that at times, hey. There were some moments where they were just absolutely just knocking it around the back, just slowing things down, wanting to control the game. Fair enough, you know. They want to make sure they stay on top. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button. It does help me out a whole lot. Black in the chat says, world rankings, individual player ability, stadium, fans, all in Peru's favour. But you can definitely have a hope that as you played well. I think so, hey. Man, Australia, we've been in this position many times. These playoff matches, we are used to it now. This squad isn't the best that Australia have put together in recent years. Of course, you can see the live formation on the Watchalong here. We'll be keeping that updated as changes are made in that second half. Watching from Perth. Gee whiz, what would the time be in Perth? A couple hours behind. So 2:54 a.m. Very early in Perth. Big Puppy in the chat says Peru look like they haven't turned it on yet. I agree. I feel like they haven't hit top gear. Interesting. Here's the stats on the broadcast, Channel 10. So possession stats very even, 49-51. 5 shots for Australia, only 2 for Peru. Who would have predicted that alone? I mean, even just the shot stats are a little bit promising for Australia. Australia 5 crosses, Peru 3. Passing accuracy 83% for Australia, 85% for Peru. Probably not at good levels for either team. And 5 fouls for Australia, 6 for Peru. It's been very even. But how about that? I mean, the positive for Australia, I think not just in attack, we've had a couple, openings, but we've limited Peru. Peru have only had 2 shots that whole half. I think if you're an Australian, that's an encouraging sign. Again, it means nothing because in the second half it could completely change. Ivan in the chat says, 10 minutes in and I came to the summation, whoever wins the midfield battle wins the game. I agree, and we have seen, Jackson Irvine with a couple committed challenges has been good. Aiden Hrustich is working pretty hard as well. FML says, so glad to see us resign Monty for the Mariners and Nizzy. Why is the off-season so long? I know, right? Just got to wait for this Australian domestic season to get back underway. It's a long wait. Liam says, Australia got to control possession for the first 10 to 15 minutes, then go from there. I agree. Got to keep ourselves in this game for as long as we can. Happy Gang says, can't believe there will be 3 teams in the same World Cup group from 18 to 22. I know, right? Yeah. Denmark, France, and then either Australia, Peru. We're going to see... It's kind of annoying, right? Like, you want to see something different each time. And it's kind of annoying. I wanted something different, something fresh. Of course, the other team in the group is going to be Tunisia. Neon says, I think if our Socceroos want to win, they need to work harder in the box when they get chances. Yeah, it's been close. There's been a couple occasions where Duke has come close, just like a metre or so off it. Crosses haven't been the best. Can't find the match. Try, are you watching on television or on online? If you're watching online, 10play.com.au, 10play.com.au. Are there any XG stats? Not that I've seen. Kangaroo Jack says, turnovers may cost us. Definitely in this game. Yeah. Yeah, we saw plenty of turnovers against UAE, and there has been a few here, man. There's been a few here which are worrying. And I was worried that against a quality side like Peru, we might get punished for them. So far, hasn't happened yet. Like, we've kept our structure. There hasn't been too many times where we've fallen apart, where they've gotten behind the back line, right? Bossing it on the right side. Keep it up, says Matt. Atkinson has stepped up, actually, yeah. Boy says, worried that we haven't had a shot on goal. Peru hasn't either, but Peru seem more purposeful when going forward. Just haven't fired yet. I mean, when you look at the quality they have, yeah, they back themselves. Rolls looking solid. He has been, actually. Yeah, a couple good clearances from Kai Rolls. Forgot like he was on the pitch. Yeah, actually, well, going back to... Who was it that just talked about the right side? Goodness me, I can't find the comment again. Someone just mentioned the right-hand side. It almost seems like we've been utilising the right-hand side a little bit more than the left. Utilising Martin Boyle down that right wing a bit better. FML says, I think our passing at the back has been great. Happy Gang says, annoyed, wanted a CONCACAF team in our group. So whoever wins this game will go on to take on 2 European sides and a African side in Tunisia. Seb, how's it going, Seb? Says, probably one of the best performances in our entire qualifying campaign so far. And to note, I think it's the first time we've faced a non-AFC opposition since maybe the last World Cup. I think you're right. I'm trying to rack my brain. And yeah, you're probably right, man. One Luke Boy, thanks for jumping in the chat, man. Says Boyle has been class. He's been lively. And I want to go back to that incident. It was around, like maybe the halfway mark of that half, maybe half an hour in, where he just got taken out. I mean, what do you guys think? Is there a potential free kick, maybe even penalty call there? I still think that had to be awarded. He just got wiped out. Yes, the defender made contact with the ball, but completely took out Boyle's legs. It was an illegal way to win back the ball. Kangaroo Jack says, defensively, we look solid. I could see Goodwin doing some damage if he comes on late. Well, look, one of the things you guys have brought up in the chat, which I've been seeing, is crosses haven't been great, right? And I agree. They have not been up to scratch at all. So for Craig Goodwin, he is someone that can come on and bring that quality when it comes to crosses and deliveries, set pieces. So yeah, man, Craig Goodwin. Could we see him come on? What other substitutions would you like to see come on? Big Pappy says bring on Cahill. Don't make me cry, Big Pappy. Don't make me cry. We miss him. Imagine that. Imagine just like the scenes, just like 80th minute. All of a sudden, just like a mystery, just like a hooded figure walks off the Socceroos bench, removes his hood. It's just like he's got his hood on like this. He's just like, you can't see his face. Like, who is this mysterious substitute? He walks up, takes his hood off, and then gets ready to come onto the field. And it's just how old is he now? Like a 40-year-old Tim Cahill. I've arrived. He's returned from retirement to save us. Our savior, Tim Cahill. Moy has been a rock. He's been solid, hasn't he? Kangaroo Jack says Dagger's up front. Surely he can offer something. Yeah, I don't think he'll get a run. I think, if we're going to make a striker sub, it's going to be McLaren. Imagine the scenes if Daggers came on and scored, though. Jordan also says bring on Daggers, guaranteed hat-trick. That's right in there. Yeah, we're going to have to bring Cahill out of retirement. Jackson, I just brought this up, actually. Should Atkinson be subbed off due to his booking? I say yes. FML also says Atkinson has improved, but that yellow card, need Karacic. That's right, I think so. Kuehl out of retirement. Harry Kuehl. How old would Harry Kuehl be now? Surely like 40, early 40s, I imagine. Boy says 50-year-old Archie. Yes, ISP, I do remember Josh Kennedy. I remember just about every Socceroo from 2006. 2006, brief history. Actually, good question for you guys in the chat. When did you really get into the Socceroos? Like, what year did you get into the Socceroos? What tournament was it? For me, it was a 2006 World Cup. I was 10 years old. Just after, I think, obviously, after the Uruguay penalty shootout game at Olympic Park in Sydney. Obviously, it just sort of exploded and we made it to the World Cup for the first time in a long time. But that was it for me. Aloisi, yeah, we need Aloisi. Just for penalties. Just if it goes to a penalty shootout, we just bring on John Aloisi and Mark Schwarzer while we're at it. 2006 SFML, yeah, man. I imagine it's going to be the same, actually, for a lot of people. 2006, I think, was a point where it really picked up. That's right. Kuehl at Celtic as coach, joining Ange Postecoglou, the Aussie effect in Scotland. Not just coaches, but players, of course. 2015 Asian Cup, says Jordan. Tan says 2010. Austin says 2014 World Cup. Toxins is in the chat, says, hello, Lockie, it's so early in Perth. Yeah, man, what would we, like, just past 3 a.m. now, hey. It's currently, and just to prove it here, 5 a.m. Can we see that? Yep. 5:03 a.m. 5:03 a.m. Can we see any sunshine? I don't think so. I don't think we can see any sunshine yet. Who is Josh Kennedy? Our Lord and Savior, Josh Kennedy. Striker who, I believe, scored the goal to send us to the 2014 World Cup. 09 or 10. Interesting. It's quite a mix of years from when people got into the Socceroos. It's good to see. Seb says, I'm only 16, but the first ever full game I watched was the Honduras Intercontinental Qualifier. Didn't watch the match of the World Cup, but I've watched every game of this campaign. So good. Hope we can do a repeat of Honduras. I was at the game in 2018. Yeah, man. Hopefully. FML says 100%. I remember getting up so early to watch all our group stage games, matches in Germany before school. Yeah, man. Good times. Good times. Wasn't that an iconic squad? You know, Tim Cahill, Mark Viduka, Harry Kuehl, Jason Kalina. Can we name as we approach the second half here, still in halftime? Can we name any other Socceroos greats? Mark Bresciano. He knew how to whip in a ball. Aaron Moy's just a modern-day Mark Bresciano. I figured it out, guys. Aaron Moy's just a modern-day Mark Bresciano. I can't make the same comparison about Mitch Duke and Mark Viduka, but... Toxin says, I got into it in 2010 when I was 1. Wow. With my dad versus Serbia. 1 year old. Goodness me. Bresciano. Lucas Neal. Love it, Ari. Lucas Neal. FML also says Lucas Neal. Was a captain for Australia for a time too, wasn't he? Schwarzer. Of course. How could we forget Mark Schwarzer? Boyce Schwarzer as well. As the teams return to the field. Spider Kalic. Yeah, that's right. Aloisi. Why Duke, though? Yeah. A lot of people are questioning Mitch Duke in his role in this game. There's been the long balls. We've been playing the long balls up to him, which seems to be a tactic that Graham Arnold is going for in this game. Now, are we going to see any changes? Let's keep an eye on it. Let me know in the chat if you spot anything. Our job now is to see if there's been any changes at halftime, and it doesn't look like it. Australian boys are ready. Peru coming back onto the field now. 45 minutes, potentially more, left in this game. Both teams fighting for a place in the World Cup. This is massive, man. The stakes couldn't get any higher outside of a World Cup. This is it. Referee about to resume the game here. We're going to get our timer underway so you guys can make sure you're synced up to the stream. Of course, on YouTube, often a little bit of a delay. But here we go. Australia going to kick off this second half. Looks like there's no changes. And we are underway. Second half in Doha. Australia, Peru for a place in the World Cup. It is well and truly ginormous. How many hyperboles can we use? Luke Wilkshire, Lazaridis. Love it, dude. So many throwbacks. And Neon says, I got into the Socceroos in 2014 when my pop made me watch the World Cup with him. FML says, funny you say the same thing about Bresciano looking like Moy. He even looks a bit like Bresciano with a lack of hair. That's the other connection, yes. Jackson Irvine winning an early foul here. Costa's back in the chat. Did you fall asleep, Costa? All right, so no changes from either team by the looks of things. Lapadula still leading the line for Peru. It's Cueva playing off the left. Carrillo on the right. Renato Tapia has been strong in defensive midfield for Peru. You can see they've sort of got more of like a 4-1-4-1 formation. Australia. The 4-2-3-1, but you do see Jackson Irvine getting forward as he is here. Long ball. Duke, surely Hrustic offside. So we were talking about in the chat at halftime about who dominates this first 10 minutes. This could be where the game's decided who could get this first goal early in the second half. Peru getting forward. Yellow shirts in the road. Need to get numbers back. Stay strong here defensively. Peru in a good position. Quaver on the ball. Goes back. Important that Australia don't let their heads dip for a second here. Duke wins the ball back. Well done. Surely, a referee blocking the counter-attack. Oh, man. We were going to be away there. Oh, Jackson Irvine was about to release that ball and it hits the ref. Goodness me. If Duke scores, it's literally Josh Kennedy. Yeah, that's right. Josh Kennedy light. All right, dude. I was feeling a little bit sleepy at the start of the stream. I'm full of energy right now. I'm telling you that. So glad to see so many of you guys tuning into. Thanks so much for tuning in. Jordan says Brett Emerson. Sorry, Jordan. I just missed that earlier. I love it. You guys have named so many all-star Socceroos. Martin Ball getting around. Surely a foul? Oh, well, it has to be a foul. I mean, otherwise he keeps going. Otherwise he just keeps running. Here's the replay. Martin Boyle. Did Trauco bring him down? A little tug on the shoulder. Oh, not enough. Replay was enlightening. Australia still with the ball. Aaron Moy into the box. Aaron Moy dispossessed. What was he doing? Why are you trying to run into traffic, Aaron? Pass the ball. We were in a good position there, man. So a bit of a lively start to this second half. Both teams getting into some good field position. That's a wayward pass, though, from Peru. Lecky picks up the ball. Halfway line. Oh, man. It's just... The ball over the top here. Lapadula gets some rare possession. And will that be a corner? It will be a corner. It will be a corner for Peru. Early in the second half. Oh, Peruvian fans cheering their side on. So many red and white shirts in this stadium. Cueva coming across to take the corner for Peru. Tall timber in the box. Defenders have come up for it. Australia need to stay switched on. Can't concede an early second half goal here. Cueva delivers. Decent ball in. Flicked away, I think it was by Irvine. Page coming out to meet it. A little bit exposed on that left back position. Carrillo plays it inside. Cueva rolls, gets his body in the roads. Give me another corner, dude. Give me another corner. Another set piece early in this game, early in the second half for Peru. Cueva, another delivery. Away by Rolls this time. Australia staying strong so far. It's good. And now we can push up. Peru taking the ball out. Peru starting to turn it on, says Big Pappy. Yeah. Getting a bit nervous there for a second. Long ball for Australia. Looking for Irvine. It will come to Lecky, who will keep it in. Does he just? Play on. Oh, flag does go up now. So nervous as Tarnley. If it's any comfort for Australian fans, I believe that if the longer it goes on near all, the better it is for Australia. That ball clearly out before Matt Lecky got the strike. I think the longer this goes on, the longer we can hold 0-0, then we're absolutely in it. It's just going to give me one chance, one opportunity. One shot, one moment in behind. Peru make one mistake. If Australia can capitalise, that's all it takes. I think the most important thing, priority, is to stay strong defensively here. Do not let the occasion get bigger than us. Hrustic can't control that. So far, it's been good. I've been happy, man. Defensively, it's been solid. Very, very solid. Hrustic a little bit quiet in that first half. Would love to see him get on the ball a bit more. One of our more creative players. Switch of play for Lecky. Lecky. Irvine making that run. Now just inside. Here's Irvine. Lecky's continuing his run. Matt Lecky trying to poke it through. He's brought down, surely. Still on. Aaron Moy has a hit. He drags it wide. A little bit better from Australia. Was Lecky clipped up there? And a strike from Aaron Moy. Maybe not the right decision in that instance. Did have teammates around him. How long until we see the first changes? What is Graham Arnold thinking? What is going through his head? All these players want to be on the pitch. Massive occasion. Lecky wins the header. Duke can control it. And Peru thrown. Which group are the Aussies in again? Zane in the chat. Group, is it D, I think? It's the one with France. If whoever wins this one goes to take on France, Denmark, and Tunisia in the World Cup, which is either C or D. I can't remember exactly which one. I think it's D. If we got a penalty, who would be your penalty taker? We'll come back to that because Peru are getting forward. Carrillo. Got to stay strong here. Cross comes in, chipped up. No Peruvian shirts there. Lecky's just got to hack this clear. Duke heads it back. Australia maintain possession. Moy, come on. What is that? And that's going to be a high boot on Irvine. Who would be the penalty taker? Who would be the penalty taker for you guys? What would you say? If McLaren was on the field, I'd probably say McLaren without a doubt. But I imagine Aaron Moy's pretty composed from a penalty spot. As is probably Aiden Hrustic. Aaron Moy, I think, would be pretty solid, hey? Neon says Moy should have never left the Prem. Taser says 65th minute, bring on Daggers and Jamie. Who do you bring off then? If we're playing two strikers, that'll mean a bit of a shift. So Peru's free kick headed away, and Lecky, can he get that? Oh, he does. Oh, dude, we're about to have a breakaway if Lecky got away with that ball. Oh, space down the right. Beach exposed. Cross comes in by Quaver. Great chance. Matty Ryan claims the ball. And look, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the first time Matt Ryan's really been called into action. But Beach was exposed at left back there. Way too much space for Carlos Quaver. That's worrisome, man. That's worrisome. As is Beach. Just a little bit too adventurous there. Lecky. Yeah, Lecky could take a penalty too. Big Pappy, yeah. Rogic unfortunately had to pull out of the squad due to he cited personal reasons. We hope he's doing all right, Tommy. Long ball for Duke. Can he keep it in? He's bundled over. It will be a goal kick. Oh, man. Taggart is injured. That's right, yeah. Whew, dude. Second half, it's nervy stuff, man. It's nervy stuff. If you guys have been enjoying the stream, want to show support to the channel, make sure you hit the like button. Do plenty of Australian football, Socceroos content here. Duke with possession. Neon says, hope Rogic can sign for a lower Premier League side or Championship side after leaving Celtic. Yeah, in recent days we've heard rumours that he might be heading to, was it Indonesia? Zane says, I'm a neutral, mate, but as an Aussie, do you want the Kiwis to reach World Cup as well? Yes. Big yes. Big yes. I know in some ways Australia and New Zealand are rivals, but honestly, when it comes to World Cup, we're in it together, man. So, look, regardless of what happens, I'm barracking for New Zealand tomorrow morning as they take on Costa Rica. Similar test, man. Similar sort of matchup. New Zealand going in as underdogs, but Australia have a corner here. Aaron Moy. Aaron Moy. Need a good delivery. Keeper comes. Pedro Galiz gets the punch. And Peru can break away here. Aiden Hrustic gets back to it, though. Well done. Put ball up top, says Big Pappy. Ooh, big call. Big call. He has got the pace, but I don't know if that's his best position. That's right. Rogic is currently... Well, he is going out of contract, yeah. Where did Duke go from West Sydney Wanderers? I believe he's playing his football in Japan. Am I right? Someone correct me if I'm wrong. He's in Japan, isn't he? But of course, Duke spent some time at Western Sydney Wanderers. Couple stints at Western Sydney Wanderers. Spent time as captain there and has started his career at Central Coast Mariners. Keylor Navas, hard to beat tomorrow. I agree, Taser. Star goalkeeper that Costa Rica have. Can the likes of Chris Wood, Clayton Lewis, Ben Wayne get past Keylor Navas? Massive test. Will Australia qualify? Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, my friend. We're still in it. We're still in it. It is 5:19 a.m. here. Hope you guys are staying well wherever you're tuning in from, whether it's in Australia or around the world. Had a number of international viewers, which is great to see. If this is your first time jumping on the Coastwood Football YouTube channel, we do plenty of watch-along and football content like this, so hit subscribe if you're interested. Ball comes in for Peru, Moy clears. Nervous stuff, man, as we approach the hour mark. Another clearance. This time by Rolls. Headed away. Throw in. Australia under pressure now. I said it a moment ago. These are the moments where we need to stay strong. Need to keep ourselves in the game. Can't concede first. Cannot concede first. A little bit of space here. Peru trying to work it in. Carrillo. Advincula has space on the right for Peru. And he gets the ball now. Inside for Carrillo. Looking to chip it over for his teammate. Matty Ryan claims every time Peru fail to get a shot away, it is a small victory for Australia. Every time, man. Every time. There we go. Neon says Duke plays for Fagiano Okayama. Haven't heard of that club. With Stephen Book. There you go. Taylor says, I'm a Newcastle fan. Newcastle United. So Chris Wood needs to score tomorrow. He's a class striker. Who's your favourite Aussie player? Great question. It changes all the time, man. I'm a big Aiden Hrustic fan at the moment. I really enjoy watching Aiden Hrustic play. I think he's always he's got that X factor. But aside from that, if he was playing, it'd be Tom Rogic. Tom Rogic, which I still think is Australia's best player. Throw in for Australia. I wonder how nervous these Peruvian players and the Peruvian fans who have packed out the stadium. I wonder how nervous they're feeling at the moment. I wonder what the vibe is like amongst Peruvian fans right now. We've just passed the hour mark. And it's still 0-0. Long ball for Boyle. Boyle, one-on-one with Trauco. Handball, surely! Handball, surely! Linesman's right there. His arm's right out. Am I seeing things? Australia still coming forward, losing the ball. Handball, surely. Was it too close? Was it too close a range? The arm was well and truly extended. Advincula and Lecky, a little bit of push and shove. Oh, man. Chris Wood is a poor man's Harry Kane. As if that wasn't a handball, says Matt. I'd love to see another replay. Maybe it was just too close, but I thought... I don't know if it's whether in the box. That's the only thing. Zane says handball. That's the only thing. If it's outside the box, they can't check it, obviously. Has to be a penalty decision. So it was probably outside. But it surely struck the arm there. And I'm surprised there wasn't more appeals from Australian players, unless I'm seeing it wrong. But I was convinced immediately. Stephen Mansky, thanks for the super chat, man. Oh, jeez. Stephen, you are officially the first ever super chat on the Coast Watch Football YouTube channel. As Korea gets a delivery in over the top of Ryan. Boyle clears. But yeah, guys, a new feature here on the live streams. You can now send in all the. I'm sort of new to it, but like the super stickers, the super chat thing. So if you want to send in a tip, it's greatly appreciated. So I very much appreciate that, Stephen. Thank you. And you will forever be remembered as the first ever super chatter, if you like. ISB says there are thousands of Peruvians watching the other live streams at the moment. The commentary is hectic. I stumbled into them before finding a channel. Yeah, man, Peruvian fans, very passionate about their team. Of course, we heard Peru have a national holiday, taking the day off for this game. That's what it means to them, man. It's what it means to them. So, Australia still in this game. Still plenty of football to be played, though. Edmund Cooley goes back to his keeper. Down the left-hand side, where Atkinson, remember, Natty Atkinson, one of the players to get booked so far this game. Peru getting forward. This is Traucao. Cross is blocked, and I think we're going to see our first change here. We're going to see our first substitution. Will it be an Australian substitution? It will be a Peruvian substitution. And Andre Carrillo is going to come from the field, who's worked hard, but hasn't probably had the best game that he would have hoped for. And it's Edison Flores, who I believe started for Peru when these teams met in 2018 World Cup. So, Peru make the first move from the bench. Steven says we should have a holiday in Australia for this game. Dude, it would have been great. All right. Seconds, minutes are ticking by here. Is extra time on the cards for this game? I know it's still plenty of football to be played. I shouldn't get too carried away. Peru have won a free kick. Man Boyle, judged to have brought the player down. Faceless, how's it going? When is the Australian Under-23 semi-final, asks Hypergang. It is Wednesday night, 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So convert that to whatever time you will. But 11 p.m. Wednesday night, Australian Eastern Standard Time. So plenty of football going on if you're an Australian fan at the moment. Here's a delivery for Peru. Again, headed away by a Socceroo and struck back in. Shot goes wide from Gonzalez. Bring on McGree, says Neon. He could get some minutes. If we need something different in midfield. I imagine he's sort of the next in line for that number 10 role behind Hrustic. Australia have done really well not folding here, not collapsing under any Peruvian pressure. Now a chance to just control possession, get our possession stats back up. What's the time at the moment? In Australia, asks Zane. It is 5:28 a.m. where I am, here on the East Coast. 5:28 a.m. Kickoff was at a bright and early, well, not so bright and early, 4 a.m. As we can see, Awamobile on the sideline, preparing to come on. My prediction is that he comes on for Matthew Leckie. Awamobile, I think, is a good substitution to make. A pacey player, an exciting player, someone who could get in behind this Peruvian backline, which we have failed to do as of yet. Bring Davidson on, says Taser. Bring on Tilio. Big Pappy says, surely sub soon as we look flat. Yeah, Australia, we've been quiet in the last 10, 15 minutes. Again, man, Peru not able to get behind. They haven't had much joy. Mobile Masterclass incoming, says William. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Every minute that ticks by, man. Dude, we all miss Tim Cahill. The legend. Lecky. Down the left. Again, it's cut out by Peru, who have defended just as well as Australia so far in this game. And now Peru look to go down the left. Quaver taking on Atkinson. Side netting. It was okay by Atkinson. Held his ground there. A-League promotion relegation, how it works. Well, no, simply none. It's promotion relegation. We'd love to see it in the A-League one day, but there is none, unfortunately. Remember Scott McDonald? Can't remember when he scored for Australia. Yeah, Scotty. It's going to be Mitch Duke. So Mitch Duke coming from the field. He's going to be replaced by Awil Mobile, which means a shift. Here. It'll mean that Matt Leckie will go up through the middle. What do you guys make of it? We'll get that lineup adjusted. But Matt Leckie, who has played this position many times for Australia, did it last week against UAE. He'll be playing through the middle up top. Mobile off the left. So, updated lineup is now on your screen. Matt Leckie just providing a little bit more pace through the middle, maybe. Duke worked hard. I think that was a sub that probably Graham Arnold had in mind, though. Let's go, Mobile. Dan says, I reckon they've changed to a 4-3-3. Keep an eye on it. Ball comes in. Can't find an Australian shirt. Hypergang says, Mobile could be the factor that could win us the game. Play off the shoulder, good idea, says ISB. I agree. Nice. Oh, come on, Aiden. Rustic will win the foul. Was trying to go for that nice little 1-2 with Leckie. The pass didn't work out. But luckily won the foul. Tapia just taking him out. Taser says way too nervous. Again, man, if we can hold on. I'm not feeling as nervous as maybe I thought I would. I mean, I am. The nerves are there for sure, don't get me wrong. But we have been in it. It's not like we've been bombarded, you know? Which I think was maybe the expectation that Peru would just dominate this game. This has been very even. You got to say. And we're now past the 70-minute mark. Still without a goal. This has been a gripping contest. Obviously, the stakes are insanely high. Hrustic caught on the ball there. Australia throw. Nervous times now, says Hyper. It's about time to play Mobile. Yeah, man. Let's see what he does. Let's see what he does now on the park. Definitely going into extra time, says Matt. Well, the way it's going. Neither team wanting to make a mistake. Playing very cautiously. And you can understand it. Samuel asks, will the game end at 90 minutes if it's still 0-0? It will go into extra time. This game has to be decided. There will only be one winner. And then if not, extra time penalties. Moy caught on the ball there. And Peru are breaking quickly here. Quaver has a player overlapping on the left. Utilizes Flores as substitute. Good block. I think it was Irvine. He's worked hard, Jackson Irvine, this game. Ball out wide. Why? Where's the winger on the left? Where's Mobile? He's stuck inside. Advincula can't keep that ball in. And you can see the frustration from Advincula. Peru haven't been able to get in behind. Haven't had their joy in attack. So nervous right now, says Connor. Yeah, man. Australians on the edge of their seats, as are Peruvians, I'm sure, too. These massive games, man. Still time. Still time. It just takes one moment. But Australia, can we try and forge our way back into this game? Get some better possession. Get some good field position. Again, Peru taking the ball forward. Pass just behind Trauco. Willie. It's going to go out of play. Small little win. Little victories for Australia. That was a poor pass. It was Flores, I think, with the pass. Or Quaver. And it just completely bypassed Trauco. Oh, man. I know a lot of you guys are nervous, but if you have been enjoying the stream, make sure you hit the like button if you haven't done so already. Or if you want to show your support to the channel. This game could go to a penalty shootout. It could. Will we see any goals scored in regular or extra time? Mobile to score, says Connor. It would be a dream for him, man. It would be epic. This is a chance for one of these players to cement themselves in Socceroo history. Who's going to be the player to send Australia through to the 5th consecutive World Cup? Mobile, Leckie, Boyle, Hrustic. Long ball now for Matt Leckie. Playing a striker now. Wrestling with a defender. This Peruvian defense haven't given Australia a look in all game. Watch Mobile score, says Sarah. Connor says the Peru fans are so good. They have shown up in numbers. You can see some of the shots on the broadcast now. The Peruvian fans, man, packing out the stadium. 4 likes before half a century. So good. Appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I know plenty of you tuning in Australia here, getting up early for this one, as we all are. In the middle of winter, too, just about. That reminds me, let's turn on the aircon. Let's get some warmth in here. How many subs do we get? Is it 3 or 5? I believe it is 3. Actually, it might be 5. Someone help me out there. I think it is 3. I think we get an extra one in extra time. I think we get a 4th in extra time. Pretty sure that's at Jackson. If I'm mistaken, someone correct me. Shadow's predicting a goal for Hrustic in the 85th minute. Another rocket, maybe. Dude, in this last 10-15 minutes, Australia have just failed to get themselves on the ball, get any really meaningful possession, any meaningful attacking plays. That's a good switch play by Peru. Advincula's gotten forward from right back, and that's a big cross. Australia can deal with it. Here's Mobile with one of his first touches. Gets it forward to Hrustic, who can flick it forward. Is there a foul there? Graham Arnold's appealing. We play on. Tapia wins out in the middle. I think it's 3. Yep, Connor says I think it's 3 subs and one extra in an extra one in extra time. Yeah. Yeah, I think that is it, hey. Peru quite fighting for qualification. Absolutely, Samuel. Whoever wins this game, for those who are unaware, goes through to the FIFA World Cup at the end of the year. Is Matt Ryan going to score? I have seen Matt Ryan take a penalty before. And miss a penalty. At his days at the Mariners. Mobile on the left. Dude, not long to go now. Just over 12 minutes of regular time. Dude, nerves. Nerves. Will we see any more substitutions? For either side, they've played it safe. Keeping their cards close to their chest, both managers. Connor says, I've never seen my mum so invested in a Socceroos game. That's so good. Love it. Surely a high boot there. Well, I think we will get the advantage there, Socceroos. Some space for Lecky. Can release it down the right-hand side. Risky pass. Works out for Boyle. Can't control it. Oh, dude. Here's Moy. Come on. Got to keep possession here. We've had rare possession in the opposition half. For this half. This second half. Ah, man, losing possession again. It's going to fall for Boyle. Martin Boyle trying to... Oh, surely a foul. Oh, we needed that, man. Australia win a free kick. Sort of mid-range area. Well done, Martin Boyle. Receiving the contact from the other number 6 from Peru. Trauco. We need Boyle up top, says Big Puppy. Oh, here we go. Now back here in the chat says, who will win today? Fingers crossed it's Australia, man. It's been very even. It's been so even. Surely a card, says Connor. Yeah, I'll tell you what, it easily could have been. He got bundled over. It was a promising attack that was building. Roostich can score this. Do you reckon? Do you reckon it's too far out? We will see another change here for Peru. And it's going to be Sergio Pena to come off. He's going to be replaced by Pedro Aquino in midfield. Here we go. Come on. So standing over this set piece. Hrustic, Moy. We are into the 80. We are into the 80s, man. We are into the 80s. Galees marshalling his defenders. I'd be surprised if they go for a shot here, but I wouldn't put it past Aiden Hrustic. The left foot of Aiden Hrustic. It is set up for him. This is the chance. Good. Mobile goes down. Hrustic strikes. Straight into the arms of Galees. It was always going to be tricky to score from that range. Oh, my goodness. William asks, are both goalkeepers captains? Yes, they are. Thanks for pointing that out, actually. I didn't realize that. But, yeah, 2 goalkeeper captains. Irvine in midfield. Nice little move. Inside for Moy, who has a lot of space. Australia moving forward here. Ball on the right. Hrustic, Lecky central. Ball goes back to Moy. Got to keep it forward here. Come on. Got to keep it forward here. We have the numbers forward. Hrustic comes back to help out. Long ball. Straight to Galees. Straight to Galees. Ooh, mate. Who is better at coaching, Graham Arnold or Ange Postecoglou? what would you guys say? I would say Ange, just. If we don't qualify, do you think it's Arnold out? I think if we do qualify, it's Arnold out. I think regardless of the score tonight, Arnold won't be the coach of the Socceroos after this. Yeah. I think that's sort of set in stone, in my opinion. Arnold will be out. This is potentially his last shot with the national team. But if we lose this match, it'll be the first World Cup we've missed since 2002. 2002, 20 years. Peruvian player goes down there on a challenge from Bailey Wright, and they've won a free kick. Extra time maybe says done. I reckon the way it's heading, it's looking more and more likely. Peru take their free kick quickly, go short. Two banks of 4 for Australia. And another giveaway by Peru. Peru, absolutely, no matter what happens in this game, Peru have not been at their best at all. They've been just as sloppy. We've seen a lot of wayward passes. And have struggled to really trouble Matt Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper. Yeah, man. Who do you think the new Australian coach will be? Our new coach will be? So hard to say, man. I hope we go for someone, just shake it up, someone from overseas, something different. Someone with experience. Aaron Moy chipping it over the left. Can Mabil keep that in? He will. Come on, Awa. Chance for Australia. Mabil's delivery. Headed down. Still on there. Peruvian players get in each other's way. And Trauco should clear that. But that was decent. Just head that forward as is. Got it. Good. Come on, win that. Win that as is. Mabil back inside. Aziz Beich with space down that left flank if he wants to utilize it. Chooses to go inside. Still Aziz Beich. He keeps going. Aziz Beich with a strike. Oh! Wow, dude. Imagine if he'd scored that. The most unlikely of sources. Aziz Beich beat 2 players and on his weaker right foot was very close. Did that hit the post? Did that hit the post? Oh my goodness. Almost, says Sarah. It was so close. Goodness me. Goodness me. West United coach John Aloisi for the Socceroos. I wouldn't mind having a look at that. Alan Stajic after the World Cup with the Philippines. That's a fair shout. Bielsa, next Socceroos coach. He has been brought up in conversations a lot. Oh, man. What a chance, though, just a moment ago for Aziz Beich. The left back. The space opened up for him, man. That was a great run. Now Hrustic. Australia with some momentum now. Advent Cooler heads away. Falls to Aaron Moy. Late on in this game, and all of a sudden, Australia are having a look in. But play has been paused. Now, what's going on here? Is there a player down? There's a Peruvian player's down injured here. And it is Cueva. Closest shot of the match, Taser says. I agree. Has there been a single shot on target? Someone check the stats. I don't think there's been a single shot on target. Australian substitution. 86th minute. McLaren. Jamie McLaren is coming onto the field. Jamie McLaren. Could he be the man to rescue it for Australia? So McLaren, straight swap with Matt Leckie up the top. There's our updated lineup. Oh, man. We're going to get a drop ball here. Let's go, Jamie, says William. McLaren on, says Connor. Like he's been in poor form for a while, says Big Pappy. Jamie, says Taser. Looks like you guys are keen for Jamie McLaren. Oh, man. Shot stats on the broadcast. 8 for Australia, 5 for Peru. This has been a really mammoth effort for Australia to stay completely... Look, absolutely, Peru haven't been the better side. I wouldn't go as far to say Australia have been the better of the two sides. But it's been very even. That ball down the line. Oh, it's going to stay in. What a pass by Irvine. Mabil cutting inside. Mabil delivers. Hrustic. Oh. Saved. But what a move by Australia. What a smart cutback. The pass by Irvine was imperfect. It just stayed in. Mabil cuts it back and Hrustic. So close to creeping in. So close. the chat. Riding every wave here. Tension is rising as we enter the final regular minutes of this game. Australia, these players out on their legs now. Need to stay switched on right at the death here. Oh my goodness. That would have been our ticket. We're looking so good. Yeah, I reckon last 5-10 minutes, Australia have turned this game around. More Mobile crosses. I agree, Matt. Mobile. We talked about the poor crosses early in the game. Mobile has served up a couple decent ones already. Michael, hi bro, just subbed. Michael, thanks for subbing, bro. Appreciate it, man. That's a poor clearance by the goalkeeper, who's out of play. Roostic, why did he snap at that? Was that a shot? Oh, man. Almost a terrible mistake there at the back there by Peru. Williams says, I'm actually going to cry if we concede. Oh, man. How much injury time will we have? There hasn't been many stoppages. That's the only injury we've had was just a moment ago. It wasn't down for long. I can't see we'd get any more than 3. And there's only been a few substitutions. I can't see us getting any more than 3 added minutes. But here's the replay of that previous chance. Mobile cutting back. How smart was that to find Hrustic? And, oh, dude, he got it on target and everything. It easily could have weaseled in into that bottom corner. Peru were playing very poorly, says Connor. Oh, they've got it around. Kyrell's there to cover. Peru almost getting in behind, which they haven't been able to do so yet. Appeals for offside, but Peru get the throw. Trauco comes up to take it. The left back. We're about to hit injury time, and Peru are in a good position here. Flores switches it for Advincula. Chance here for Peru. Advincula chipping it in. Good clearance there by Irvine, who's worked so hard this game. All right, Australia have dealt with it so far. We do have 3 minutes. It is 3 minutes of injury time. Oh, man. Australian possession. I imagine we're just going to hold out here. Oh, goodness. Johnny boy tuning in from Scotland. How's it going, my friend? Moy with the ball over the top. That's a great pass. Boyle's down the right-hand side. Martin Boyle for Australia. Player goes down in the box. Referee waves it away. It was Jackson Irvine who went down. Is there a look at that one? Here's the replay. Oh! Is there a trip there? Is there a trip there on Irvine? Oh, man. Irvine's convinced? I'm not sure. Is the referee holding it? Is there a VAR check? Well, what are we going to get here? No VAR check. We play on. 1 minute left. We're going to play until 93. Steven, thanks for the super chat, man. There's still hope. Indonesia, support Australia, says Faisal. Oh, my goodness. 30 seconds. We're going to be going to extra time, man. Oh, my goodness, mate. Peru launching it forward for one final attack. We only have seconds left. They're still going. It's Quaver. Inside, a little bit of space for Flores, who chips it in. It's going to go over the bar, and surely that's it. Full time. We are going to extra time to decide who goes through to the World Cup. Australia 0. Peru 0. Oh, my goodness. Tan Lee, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it. As if you missed it before, this is the first stream where we've got sort of super chats running. So you can send through any super chats or the stickers. I'm sort of new to the whole thing, but I appreciate it so much, Tan. I just saw your chat come through. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. So we have half an hour left. We've got another half an hour of this, man. We have another half an hour of this. Oh, can we go through another half an hour? That was tense at the end there. Australia getting so close. Coming so close. Oh, my goodness. Make us proud, Australia, Socceroos. Dude, the guys have done so well already. They've done so well already. My goodness me. Guys, I just noticed we've got over 100. We've got 100. How many? 163 people tuning into this live watch along. This is easily the biggest live watch along we've done on the Code Switch Football YouTube channel. Imagine for many of you, this is your first time tuning in. We do plenty of content here on Australian football. The A-League, the Socceroos, Matildas. We cover it all. Channel's been running for just over, well, not even a year yet. Thanks so much for tuning in and being part of this tense affair between Australia and Peru. What do you guys make of that 90 minutes though? Just sum it up for me, because my brain's everywhere right now. My brain is everywhere right now. Oh, goodness me. Taser says, even if we lose, be proud of the boys. Have played so well against Peru as well. Yeah, man. 100%. They're showing the dude on the broadcast. They're showing already play the Bajic chance. Oh, imagine if Aziz Bajic was the man to send Australia to the World Cup. Oh, I would have lost it. Oh, if that had gone in. Oh, dude, it was like very close. And then late on, I mean, Mobile chipping it back has made a great impact and teed it up for Hrustich. Oh, my goodness, dude. Oh, my goodness. No watch along tomorrow for the All Whites, unfortunately. I'll get up at 4 a.m. for Australia, but not for New Zealand, unfortunately. But am barracking, certainly barracking for New Zealand tomorrow morning. Have to go for it, mate. Nothing to fear. I agree. This is it. Who will reign supreme? Boy says, great effort, honestly, from the boys. Really took it to Peru, 100%. Connor says, imagine if we actually win this. Dude, it's a reality. It is a real chance. Oh, my goodness me. Best performance of the campaign, says Tan. It's certainly up there. It's been a mammoth effort so far. We are not too far away until we get underway in extra time. We've seen a couple of changes for Australia. Jamie McLaren up top and Awa Mobile on the left wing. Will we see any more substitutions? We've got the likes of Riley McGree on the bench. Stephen, thanks for the super chat, utilizing it to let his feelings know about Peru. Rishav Sen in the chat says, statements from Peru players before the match felt like vibes of overconfidence. Some players said Aussies lacked creativity. Hope they lose. Best wishes from India. Thanks for the message. Here we go. Coin toss between the two goalkeepers. How funny is that? It's quite rare to see. Got 2 goalkeeping captains. Sub alert for Australia. Fran Karacic is coming on for the yellow-carded Nathaniel Atkinson. Karacic is on. Fran Karacic is on the field. A change that many of us wanted to see. Nathaniel Atkinson was on a yellow card. Flavio, thanks for the super chat, man. Wish Aussies and New Zealand win. Good vibes from Brazil. Flavio, hope you're doing well over there in Brazil. As we get underway here, or about to get underway, for extra time, here we go. We continue past the 90 minutes. Oh, good sub, says FML. Sub, says Taser. Yep, I think it makes sense. Frank Karacic. Atkinson probably ran out of legs too. McGree should have come on instead of McLaren, said Big. So, do Australia have the legs to keep up with this game? As we head into past 90 minutes, there is a high risk for mistakes here. Quaver trying to get the ball. Oh, great pass in behind. I think it was Flores for Peru who almost snuck in, but a ball trickles through to Matt Ryan. Jonas says Peru underestimated us. Made fun of our national anthem. Did they actually? I didn't even know about that. Oh my goodness, man. Oh my goodness. Edge of the seat stuff, man. Edge of the seat stuff for both Australian and Peruvian fans. We need to make this World Cup the biggest competition in the world. Martin Boyle getting forward. Well defended. Jarko stood his ground there. Quaver. Decent passing play. Coming through the middle now, Peru. Lapadula hasn't seen a lot of the ball. The striker. Trying to get in behind there. Peru. Karacic dealing with it. Australia have been so strong in defence this game. It's been really impressive. Nice pass. Moy. Has Boyle making the run down the right-hand side. Doesn't utilise him. And that's given away by Australia. Disappointing. Is that going to be a foul? Yep. Oh, my goodness, man. Aussies throwing penalties? Maybe. Is that Hrustic is down? Aiden Hrustic. Well, here's the collision that he had. It didn't look like much. But Hrustic is down and he looks hurt. He's holding his left foot. Hrustic and Moy look tired, says Boy. Gee, they've worked so hard. Especially, Aaron Moy hasn't played much football this year, man. Aaron Moy has not played much football this year. We've got Kenny Dougal, who could fill in at defensive midfield, as can... We could probably slot Riley McGree in there if we needed to as well. But Gianni Stensness as well, able to play in that role. But it is a massive ask for us to ask someone to come into extra time in a big game like this. This is potentially the game of their lives for some of these Australian players. Long ball now. Great ball by Peru. Kai Rolls heads it off, but it falls to a Peruvian player. They still go. Kai Rolls again. Well done, Kai Rolls. And Australia win a free kick. Incredible to think of how far Kai Rolls has come, man. Incredible to think about how far Kai Rolls has come. Playing at Central Coast Mariners, now scoring a move to Scotland, to Hearts. I love that chat. Love Margot Robbie, though. Hugh Jackman's great as Wolverine. So good. Love it. Represent Australia, hey? Could really use Jedinak for pens. Yeah, absolutely. Dougal not on the bench. Is that right? Australia win a foul there. Jackson Irvine. How good's Jackson Irvine been? If I had to pick a man of the match now, it might be Jackson Irvine. He's worked so hard. And Tapia just treading on his foot there. That's right. Yeah, Connor, I wish we could just get sub on Jedinak for the pens. If I trust anyone from the penalty spot, it is the former Australian captain, Mila Jedinak. Ooh. Almost at 100 likes. Dude, guys, thanks so much for punching the like button. Appreciate it a lot. This is well and truly been the biggest live stream we've done. I guess it's not too surprising. This is a massive game. Quaver getting forward. Great challenge. Fran Karacic just off the bench. Fresh. Great challenge on Quaver. Hrustic brings it forward. Gets past his man. Hrustic down the right for Karacic. 3 plays central. Karacic. It's cleared up. Trauco will shift it forward. Stephen in the chat, I would appreciate it if we keep the expletives to a minimum. Thanks. Tapia for Peru. His pass goes wayward, man. Peru. Wow, dude. I'm just like, one of the biggest storylines from this game is how Peru have dropped the ball big time. Haven't they been poor? And it's allowed Australia to maintain hopes of qualifying for this World Cup because Peru just haven't been at it today. That's a wayward pass by Hrustic. It almost looks like Martin Boer has gone central here. Some of you guys were saying in the chat, asking for Ball to go as a striker. Maybe that's the tactic now, because Hrustic looks like he's deployed on the right-hand side now. A position he has played before in qualifying. Let's go. Love seeing the Aussie flags in the chat. Come on. Let's go. Let's go the Roos. Zambrano bringing it forward from centre back for Peru. Playing it down. Advincula keeps it in. Just. Peru in a good position. Look at the number of yellow shirts back. Headed in. Good chance here for Peru. Karacic heads it up. And Moy hacks it clear. Oh, mate. We've been solid enough in defence. Boyle has done well, says Costa. He has done well too, hasn't he? Renato Tapia, the defensive midfielder for Peru, is down. And he's hurt. Ed in the chat says France, Denmark, and Tunisia will be watching this feeling very confident. On the back foot now, says Joshua. It's a bit like that, isn't it? Yeah. The game's been very much like that, though, where different teams have taken, either team rather has taken the momentum at different times. Australia had it just at the end of regular time there. Extra time, Peru have probably looked a little bit at the brighter of the two sides. That's right, punch through those Aussie flags. Love to see it. Is the sun coming up? We are past 6:08 a.m. my time here on the east coast of Australia. Tapia for Peru, playing it forward. Quaver, inside, Lapadula. The strike, oh! Correct me if I'm wrong, in fact it was Flores with the strike. Correct me if I'm wrong, that might have been Peru's first shot on target. Did it just take 98 minutes for Peru to get their first shot on target? Matt Ryan, that's really the first time he's been called into action, and it straight into his arms. Here we go. Long ball, Moy. Karacic sends it high. $4.09 in Perth. Austin, I love the commitment, man. I love the commitment. Oh, by the way, for those in Australia, well, I assume you probably listen overseas too, but I'm going to be jumping on at 6:40 a.m. in about half an hour time when this match is surely over. Oh, Boyle goes down. I'm jumping on the Hit Network on radio to have a chat with Maz and Lakey on the morning show about the game. So 6:40 a.m. You can check out hit.com.au if you want to tune in for that. That'll be just after this live watch along. Ooh, mate. 5:40 in Adelaide. Got people tuning in from all around the country, all around the world as well. Great to see. Love to see it. Love to see it. Hrustich. Definitely playing on this right-hand side now, Hrustich. There's definitely been a tactical change. Good challenge, right? Bailey Wright at centre-back, who plays his club football for Sunderland, who just this past season got promoted to the Championship in England. Brisbane, William tuning in from Brisbane. So good. Got representatives from almost every state, don't we? The whole country. That's why international football is so exciting, man. The whole country can get behind it. Support their team, their country. Long ball. Lapadula brings it down, but Rolls will clear. Hasn't Rolls been impressive in these last 2 games? Well, 3 games, including the friendly against Jordan. Looked really mature. Looks like a 4-4-2. It certainly is that when we defend. John's in the chat. Says, hey, I've just finished my shift. Getting to tune into the game now. Well, John, I'm glad you got to catch some of the game. The important stuff right at the end here. It's been a really tight game so far. And there will be a yellow card there for Edison Flores for that foul. Maybe potentially even for that back chat, as it might have turned out. Taser says, can't handle this. It's too stressful. We're on the same boat, my friend. Ten 11 p.m. from Switzerland. Wow. Thanks for tuning in from Switzerland. I don't think I've ever had a Swiss viewer in a live chat. How cool. I love hearing about all the crazy places you guys are from. All these cool places. I'd love to go to Switzerland one day. Looks beautiful. Who should be subbed on? Oh, man. Honestly, I don't know if I'd change anything. I'm, too nervous to change anything, man, you know? Because for a substitute, you have to ask them to get up to this game. Get up to the intensity for this game. I don't know if I'd make any changes. Maybe McGree. On for... I don't know who's running out of legs. I mean, Moy does look tired. Taser says if Daggers comes on, he'll score. Stevens tuning in from Ipswich in Queensland when it's cold there. Aussies enduring this winter. Good luck to Australia from Peru. Thanks for the message. Down the left-hand side, Jackson Irvine. Can Australia manufacture their first real attack of this extra time period? Aylmer Bill has been good since coming on. Still Aylmer Bill, doing well. He goes down. Is that a foul? We have play on. Mobile is down and is hurt. Was there a foul there, man? Midnight in Abu Dhabi. There you go. Sega says Aussies missing someone like Tim Cahill up front, to be honest. Yeah, we'd love Timmy back. Nah, not a foul. Not a foul for me on Mobile. Oh, maybe. I mean, just stepped on the toe, actually. Looking at the replay, maybe just stepped on the toe. Is it enough to constitute a free kick? I'm not sure. Tuning in from Tibet, says Ed. 10:13 p.m. in Serbia, says Nikla. Dude, this is so good. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone. Watching from India, 2 a.m. Tyron. Shadow asks, what would you do if Australia scored in the 119th minute? Dude, you have to wait and see. If we do. If we do it. Whoa. Xander says, go on you Aussies, Denmark supporting y'all because we want to see you again like in 2018. That's right. Rematch. Rematch of the 2018 World Cup. For either of these sides to go through, man. It's going to be a rematch. Ball bouncing forward. McLaren almost picking up the scraps. Oh, mate. And that'll be half-time in extra time. Half-time in extra time. 105 minutes have been played. And still we have no goals. Still super tense. Super tense. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back in 1 second, guys, and then we'll have the resumption of the second period of extra time. Oh, wow, I forgot I was on mute. Yes. Stephen, I was just saying, thanks for your super chat, man. Would love to go to the Central Coast. Dude, most beautiful place in Australia. What else are we saying here? Yvonne says, I live in London, UK. Dude, we've had Switzerland, India, Tibet, UK, USA, Brazil, Peru, Serbia, Denmark. So good to see, and of course, plenty of fans tuning in from across Australia. 9:20 p.m. in London. How about now? Can you hear me now? Should be able to hear me now. Let's get that cup of tea going too. Cup of tea. Extra time cup of tea. Extra time calls for another cup of tea. We're about to get underway here. 15 minutes left to decide who will go through the World Cup. If not that, then we are going to penalties. Here we go. We are back underway. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me, man. Adam's in the chat says, bro, I'm so nervous, lad. Aren't we all, man? Hypergang asks for New Zealand, Costa Rica honest predictions. Costa Rica are favourites. I think they will just go through, but I want New Zealand to go through, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, getting in behind there. Can they keep it in? Peru, chance. Great chance for Peru. Cutting it back, Quaver. Just wide. Oh, mate, what a chance for Peru. Goodness me. Got a buddy in Canada watching along too. 8:18 a.m. in Wellington, New Zealand. A bit more of a comfortable time if you're in New Zealand. Very nervous right now, says Hyper. The lucky tea. That's right. We got the tea in the Star Wars mug. Jonathan says, as a person who doesn't love soccer, FIFA World Cup qualification is always fantastic. 14-17 in Central Canada. Jonathan, thanks for tuning in. That's the thing. That's what I was saying before. Like, the World Cup is so good, and the international football is so good because Yeah, that's the thing. Even if you don't follow that football that much, you can get behind your country. I mean, it's your country, you know? Australia with the opportunity here to qualify for their 5th consecutive World Cup, but Peru are attacking once again down this left-hand side. Ball coming in towards Flores, off the bar, off the post rather, and headed away by Bailey Wright. Still on, Tapia, over the bar. As this Beach is appealing at the referee for a foul. But Peru have come the closest they've come so far. That's hit the post. Oh my goodness, how close for Peru. Oh, it's chaos in the box. We are so lucky, says Taser. Oh my goodness. Wow, dude. Steven, thanks so much for the super chat. Says Tim Cahill could coach us in the Socceroos. Oh, dude, we'd love Timmy in a moment like this. In a game like this. But how close was that for Peru? Would have broken Aussie hearts. Long ball, Hrustich. Poor pass. Peru haven't been perfect. Neither have been Australia. Peru just finding a bit more space here. Are the Australian players losing energy? Long range strike from Evan Kula. Jeez, that was adventurous, but it wasn't too far away. It's just over the crossbar with his left foot. God, a heck of amount of power on that Evan Kula. Oh my goodness. Ice Beast says, I'll take penalties now. Tan says, keep it together, boys. Wow. Wow, man. Australia is still alive in this, dude. Australia are still alive. Australia holding up for penalties now, says John. It's a bit like that, I think, eh? Oh, my goodness. Just a reminder as well, at 6:40 a.m., which is really only 18 minutes away, I'm jumping on Hit FM for a chat about the game, which might come. Oh, McLaren's so close. Hey, and Bill struck it in. Jumping on radio in about 18 minutes for a chat, which we might have to do here on the live stream, which would be fun. Dude, that was a good chance for Australia. Mabil sort of snatched it at the shot. McLaren couldn't get a touch on it. That was some throw, wasn't it, William? Yeah. So we are coming up to 10 minutes of football left. 10 minutes of play left. If it cannot be decided in the next 10 minutes, we are going to a penalty shootout to decide who goes through to the World Cup. Stephen, again, thanks for the super chat, man. We need Jason Cummings. Dude, we'd love Jason Cummings. A lot of people wanted to see Jason Cummings in the squad. Do the radio cross still on the live stream? I think we're going to have to anyway, if it goes to penalties. But yeah, I think it'll be a good idea. Chatting to Mazen Lakey, who, for those who don't know, hosts a radio show across New South Wales, Australia. Shadow asks, are you streaming the Socceroos game tomorrow? I'll let you know tomorrow. This has been a big one. This is well and truly been the biggest stream we've done, and it's we'll see how we go. Because sleep is a thing, and I got to make sure I get enough of it. But I will be, of course, barracking for the Socceroos tomorrow night as they take on Saudi Arabia in the Under-23 semi-final Asian Cup. Plenty of football going on for Aussie fans at the moment. Asian football fans. Big Puppy says, McLaren has been quiet. McGree on for the last 10. He'd bring some good energy. Oh, Mabil wins the free kick. Hey, Mabil. Yep. Clear free kick. Right into the back of him, man. Right to the back of him. Good place for a free kick, says Taser. It is good. It is promising. Central Coast Mariners TV says, really missing a play like Rogic, in my opinion. Shame he pulled out. It was a massive shame, eh? Hrustich has tried to fill that role. And it might be Aiden Hrustich to tee up this one here. Aaron Moy standing over it as well. Free kick for Australia. Hrustich, decent delivery. It's headed away. No one was really attacking it for Australia. Oh, man, I've got to stand, man. I've got to stand. I've got to stand, dude. Oh, my goodness. Peru looking to get forward on this counter-attack. Into space. Matt Ryan. No, that will trickle out of play. I'll move the webcam up a bit. All right. We are standing. It's too nervous to sit. Oh, my goodness. Bring on McGree as well, says Costa. Nervous next 30 minutes coming up from India. Thanks for your message, man. Peruvian player is down injured. Stephen, thanks for another super chat, man. Says we had a bad referee. I think he's done a decent job. I think he's done okay. I don't know why it wasn't talked that the handball wasn't addressed more. Maybe I just saw it wrong, because like they didn't seem interested in it at all. No one on the field. So will we see any substitutions, do you reckon, before the end? I wonder if there's any penalty takers on the bench who would want to bring on. Not that I can think of, unless we were to bring on maybe D'Agostino. You've been standing the whole game, Taser. I don't blame you, man. ISB asks, what would your penalty order be, and what is Matt Ryan's record with penalties? I don't know Matt Ryan's record with penalties off the top of my head. Penalty order. Honestly, I'm not fussed about order, but I'll tell you the likes of the people that want to be taking it. Hrustich for sure. McLaren for sure. McLaren's always good on penalties. Moy for sure. I would go Boyle as well, and probably Irvine. Probably Irvine as well. Those would probably be my 5. Nicola asks, this is the last World Cup spot? The second last. Tomorrow, Costa Rica take on New Zealand. Same time tomorrow for a spot in the World Cup as well. So Peru just taking their time with this injury to one of their players. Man. Still waiting for play to get back underway. Peru will prepare a substitution for this injury. we'd love Mark Schwarzer in a game like this, hey? Strong order? Yeah, you like that penalty order? I think it's good. Goodwin? Yeah, could. Yeah, I wouldn't mind bringing Craig Goodwin on to take a penalty for sure. For sure. Goodwin isn't finished playing, yeah. And Christian Quaver, rather, is coming from the field, and he's been stretched off, holding his leg. Hope he's all right. And Alex Valera is coming on that left wing to play out the final moments. But that means we'll probably have a few extra minutes of football to play. Clearly it's going to penalties, says Nuno. It's almost a certainty now, unless someone makes a mistake. If there's one mistake, if one team can capitalize, then that could decide it. Hrustich winning the foul there. Tracker. Man. Goodwin is A-League good, but not Socceroos good in my opinion. Honestly feel confident in Pens. Peru look nervous in the home ground. says Big Pappy. Moy delivers a long-range free kick. There's not many players in there for it. Mobile goes down. Peru win the throw. Stevie says, don't understand why two Oceania teams can't play each other for one of the other two spots in the World Cup. Well, Australia, no longer part of Oceania. Now part of the Asian Conference. Confederation, I should say. As is Bajic. He's pulling up with some cramp. He's putting a big shift. Almost scored for Australia in that second half. Oh. ISB's coming here clutching the chat. Says Matt Ryan's record. Penalties 12 saved, 42 not saved. 22% save rate. It's not the best. Come on, lads. Peru getting forward now. Space on the right-hand side for Flores. One-on-one with Bajic. Still Flores. Trying to find a teammate. Is that a hand being used there in the build-up? Still it goes on. And surely that's a goal kick. Yes. Wow, dude. Regardless of what happens in this game, man, we can be so proud of the way Australia defended in this game. So valiantly. So bravely. It's been monumental. Wow. Supporting from India. Sorry, not India. Indonesia. Can't read. My brain's not working. We've been streaming, what is it? Almost 2.5 hours now. Thanks so much again, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to hit that like button if you want to show support. And you guys, if you're listening to this right now, you're officially part of the biggest live stream we've done here on the Coastwatch Football YouTube channel. For the biggest game that Australia have played in the last few years. Throw-in for Peru. Not long left. We will get some injury time. And as his Bajic is down again. This looks like we will see a sub. You imagine it'll be Jason Davidson or Joel King to come on at left back. Straight swap. So a late sub here. Just a reminder, in about 8 minutes or so, I'm jumping in for a radio chat with Maz and Lakey from Hit FM, which we'll probably do live on the stream here. Now, is that Andrew Redmayne? Wow. Okay, so Andrew Redmayne's going to come on. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Australia are making a penalty-specific substitution right now. Well, two, if you consider Craig Goodwin as well. Craig Goodwin is coming on. And Matthew Ryan, the keeper, who's been the number one for Australia for so many years, is coming off in the most crucial point in our qualifying campaign and being replaced by Sydney FC goalkeeper Andrew Redmayne, who has pulled off penalty shootout antics, I guess, if you like, before. But what a play. What a big move by Graham Arnold to make that. Oh, my goodness me. So Andrew Redmayne onto the field. Peru, could they find one more opportunity? We have 3 minutes of added time. What do you guys make of that, man? I don't know. I'm nervous, man. Bringing on Redmayne right at the death. Peru trying to hunt for a late goal here. There's our updated lineup. So Craig Goodwin is on as well. You got to say that's a specialist move. Oh my goodness. Some of you guys happy? Some of you guys are disappointed? I don't know, man. I reckon keep Matty Ryan on. 2 minutes to go. We are playing until 123. 123. Good luck from Belgium. Up the Aussie, says Tom. Tom, thanks for the message, man. We are going to go to penalties, man. We're going to penalties, dude. Costa says, happy about Goodwin, but why Redmayne? They must have planned for this, man. Redmayne, specialist keeper for the penalty shootout. You think back to the A-League Grand Final in 2019. Redmayne did it against Perth Glory. Could he do it here? On the biggest stage. Wow. All right. Just an update on the radio interview. It will be pushed back a little bit later, which is probably a good thing, considering it would have been a bit chaotic doing a radio interview during a penalty shootout. So for those listening in Australia, I'll be a bit later. Jackson Irvine's down. With barely seconds to go, man. Oh my goodness, mood. That's right, Jackson Irvine's down, dude. So Australia have one final opportunity here. It's going to be Craig Goodwin to deliver. Ball comes up high. Comes out now. Sent back in. It's going to be an easy save for Galees. The full-time whistle, surely. Potentially. We have had a couple injuries. But are we going to endure a penalty shootout? We will. We're going to endure a penalty shootout. It is full-time, and the teams cannot be split. The teams cannot be split. Australia 0, Peru 0. At the end of extra time. Even though there's been no goals, it's been a gripping contest. But we have to go to penalty shootouts, man. How are we feeling? Let's check in. How are we feeling? Penalties. That's right. Strapping boys. 2006 all over again. Oh, my goodness. D says, nice work from the Aussies. Didn't expect that. I don't think anyone did, hey? I don't think anyone did. Oh, but this is it. This is the peak, man. Penalty shootout. So Andrew Redmayne, in case you missed it, Andrew Redmayne has been brought on right at the death to replace Matt Ryan in goals. He's been brought on clearly as a specialist goalkeeper for this penalty shootout. What a massive move, man. Graham Arnold is either a genius or a complete idiot. We're going to find out very shortly. What do you guys think? Is it going to work out, Andrew Redmayne? ...2005 all over against this town. Sega says Matt Ryan, his save rate is 12 out of 42. Redmayne is 4 out of 27. Oh my... Xander, dude, I'm just like... My brain is blank, dude. We've been up since, 3:30 a.m. We've endured a stressful, tense game. And now we're about to take on this penalty shootout. Anything can happen from here, dude. Obviously, penalty shootout. It's a lottery. It's a lottery. And you can see the Australian huddle in the broadcast, currently figuring it out. Peruvian players embracing each other. Graham Arnold hugs for his goalkeepers. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Some of you guys are predicting to Australia to win on penalties. Can Redmayne do it, man? Andrew Redmayne, this goalkeeper from Sydney FC. He did it in 2019 for his club, Sydney FC, in the A-League Grand Final against Perth Glory. That was 3 years ago now. On the Channel 10 broadcast, we're seeing some live streams from Federation Square in Melbourne. The Australian fans have packed it out. So chilly it would be down there in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. Here we go. Here we go, dude. Here we go, dude. This is it, man. We are live for this penalty shootout. We are live. And I'll just give a warning to those of you in the chat. I know some people might be watching on a slight delay. You might want to keep your eyes off the chat during this moment while you watch this penalty shootout live, just to avoid spoilers. So I will be looking at the chat periodically after each penalty. And here we go. So big, man. So big. Aaron Moy now the captain for Australia. All right, we're gonna have to get up a separate scoreboard here for the penalties. So, just below, you can see here on the live stream, just below the full-time score, we're going to keep the penalty score. Actually, tell you what, we'll make the penalties a bit larger for us, hey? So, we're going to be keeping tally, of course, of the penalty shootout here on the live stream. Here we go. Penalty shootout for Australia, man. Australia and Peru to decide who goes through to the World Cup. Doesn't get any bigger than this. Doesn't get any more tense than this. Who's going to crack? Who's going to falter? Who's going to be the hero? Oh my goodness, dude. I'm not even nervous now in a weird way. I'm just like I'm at peace in a way. You know what I mean? I know, as weird as that sounds. I'm sort of just like, whatever happens, happens, man. Again, regardless of what happens in this penalty shootout, so proud of the team, man. So proud of the spirit, the fight. We matched it with Peru, a team who are 20 places above us in the FIFA rankings. 20 places above us, Peru. Australia ranked 42nd. Peru, 22nd. Oh, in the chat, come on you Aussie, says Matt James. William says the Socceroos, let's go. Nothing to lose, boys. That's right, Ed. That's right. So here we go. Here we go. Penalty shootout. Penalty shootout. This is it. I can tell you right now, plenty of you tuned in from overseas. The sun is rising here on the east coast of Australia. It's been a very early morning. Stephen, thanks so much for the super chat, man. Graham Arnold is a bad coach for us at the moment. Dude, I reckon still, regardless of what happens here, regardless of the result, I think this is the last game we're seeing Graham Arnold in charge, that's for sure. William says, Redmayne, please turn it to 2014 World Cup Tim Krul. That's right. For the Netherlands. So here we go. This is it. It's going to be Martin Boyle to step up first for Australia. Martin Boyle for Australia. Man, cannot stand still, dude. Martin Boyle for Australia. Pedro Galiz plays his football at Orlando City in the MLS. Andrew Redmayne from Sydney FC, the goalkeeper for Australia, who's just come on, in case you just missed it. Matt Ryan, Australia's number one, subbed off at the death for Andrew Redmayne. Martin Boyle needs to score this first penalty. Settle Aussie nerves. But he has to beat Pedro Galiz. Here we go. Martin Boyle for Australia. Saved! Incredible. Pedro Galiz saves the first penalty of the shootout. Advantage Peru. Advantage Peru. Chat, we can't believe it. We can't believe it. Martin Boyle, the hero for Australia, was massive against the UAE. He's just missed the first penalty. And now, this is the time for Andrew Redmayne. This is the biggest moment of his long career. Lapadula, the striker for Peru. Andrew Redmayne with his antics. We've seen this before in the 2019 A-League Grand Final for Sydney FC. Andrew Redmayne can level it up here for Australia if he could make a massive save. Peru's first penalty goes in. 1-0 Peru in the shootout. Oh my God. 1-0 Peru in the shootout. Incredible. You can see the Australian fan behind the goal. He's showing the Aloisi shirt. Incredible. Love it. But Peru have the advantage in the penalty shootout. Next up is Aaron Moy. He's been everywhere. He's played his football in Scotland, Western Sydney Wanderers, Melbourne City, Brighton Hove and Albion in the Premier League, Huddersfield Town, China. Aaron Moy for Australia needs to score, and he does. What a penalty. What a strike. Confidence. Aaron Moy, wearing the captain's armband now for Australia, leads by example. It is all level in the penalty shootout, but Peru still have the advantage. Andrew Redmayne has to make a save here. Australia coach Graham Arnold has made a gamble. By bringing on Andrew Redmayne for Australia's number one goalkeeper, Matthew Ryan, right at the end here. Needs to save this. Andrew Redmayne, can he do it? Peru score. 2-1 Peru in the penalty shootout. They are yet to miss. It is 2-1. Australia are on the back foot in the penalty shootout. Oh, next up is a man you want taking penalties. It's Craig Goodwin, who's come off the bench for this penalty shootout. He was the second penalty-specific substitution here. The left foot, which has delivered so much for his club, Adelaide United, across A-League seasons past. Played his football at Newcastle Jets, at Melbourne Heart, where he started. Craig Goodwin, one of the best players in the Australian A-League this past season, needs to score here against Peru. Craig Goodwin for Australia to level it, to make it 2-2. Needs to put this away. Goodwin. Great penalty. Confident penalty from Craig Goodwin. And you'd expect nothing less. From Craig Goodwin. Important that we score those last two penalties, man. Important that we score those. Now all eyes on Andrew Redmayne. Oh, the chat's loving it. That's right, Redmayne. You have to save at least one for your country. That's right. One save. That's all it takes. Advin Kula for Peru stepping up to take the next penalty. One save is all it takes. It's not the Dua Lipa song. Andrew Redmayne has come off the bench and needs to make a save here. If he makes this save, it is all square. We are back even. We are back on level playing ground. Advin Kula, who came close with a long-range strike in extra time. Advin Kula. Oh, it's missed! Yes! 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 Let's go! It's all square. Advin Kula blazes wide. Let's go. Let's go. It hit the post, did it not? It hit the post. Incredible. The Aussie fans in the chat love it. Oh my goodness. Williams going off. We love it. Costa loves it. Sarah loves it. Let's go. It's all square. Both teams have scored 2. Both teams have missed 1. Next up is Aiden Hrustic. The man loves a set piece. The man loves a dead ball. And could put Australia into the lead in this penalty shootout. Aiden Hrustic won the Europa League with Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany. Can he do it for Australia now? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Massive. Massive. It's the biggest. This is big. This is rivaling 2005 against Uruguay. This is rivaling 2018 against Honduras. Australia have the advantage in the penalty shootout out of nowhere. Oh my goodness. Let's go in the chat. Goal. That's right, Hrustic. I am slowly losing my voice, guys. Next up is Renato Tapia, who had a superb game in defensive midfield for Peru. If Andrew Redmayne saves this, it is one of the biggest moments we've seen in the last 4 years for the Australian national team. Andrew Redmayne against Renato Tapia. Guess the right way. But a penalty like that is hard to stop. It is 3-3. Redmayne yet to save a penalty. He kept it high. He kept it high. Redmayne went low. Tapia went high. Oh, mate. 3-3 in the shootout. Jamie McLaren now. So confident from the penalty spot for Melbourne City. Can he do it for Australia to take us through to the World Cup? Yes, he can. Wow. Australia have been faultless from the penalty spot after that Martin Boyle miss at the start. Jamie McLaren has scored. It is 4-3. Australia. In a great position now. In a great position. Stephen, thanks so much for the super chat, my friend. This is it, man. This is it, man. Redmayne saves this. Australia have a chance to score the next one and go through the World Cup. Edison Flores, substitute for Peru, will take this penalty with his left foot. Andrew Redmayne dancing across the goal line. Dude, did anyone else broadcast just freeze? Flores has just scored. Did anyone else's broadcast just freeze? Please tell me your broadcast froze. Flores has just scored. It is 4-4, but the broadcast just froze. And we missed when he scored the penalty. Did that just freeze? Yes, it did. It happened to Costa? Did it happen for everyone? Big Pappy? Oh my god, it happened for everyone. Wow, dude. Aylmer. How incredible is that? There you go. So everyone's broadcast froze. Oh, dude. What a time to freeze. Jeez. So it's going to be Aylmer to step up for the next penalty for Australia here. Aylmer. Made his name in Australian football playing at Adelaide United, where he won a championship back in 2016. Aylmer has played in European competitions for Midtjylland and Denmark. Here we go. Cannot miss this, Aylmer. Cannot afford to miss this. Aylmer for Australia. Against Pedro Galiz. Scores. Oh, it's massive, man. Australia have not faltered after the Martin Boyle miss in the first penalty. Australia have not faltered. Now here it is. If Andrew Redmayne saves this penalty or if it goes wide, Australia go through to the World Cup. Peru miss this penalty. Australia go through to the World Cup. Jamie McLaren, Nabil, Goodwin, Hrustic staying strong from the penalty spot, composed. Here it is. Andrew Redmayne to concrete himself as a national team hero. His young family back in Australia, back in Sydney. Wishing, hoping. The weight of Australian fans, Andrew Redmayne. This is his moment now. Andrew Redmayne. Oh, yes! 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 Let's go! Let's go! Australia are through to the World Cup! Let's go! Oh! Oh! Australia have done it! The 2020 World Cup. Australia are going for a 5th consecutive World Cup. Oh my God. Insane. Andrew Redmayne has defied belief and has concreted himself as an Australian hero. Oh, Graham Arnold can't believe it. Peru, heartbroken. Australia have defied all the odds and are going to the World Cup in Qatar this year. Insane. Insane emotion on the faces of the players. Incredible. Clutch. The chat is going off. William loves it. Sarah loves it. The Aussie fans, ISB, Costa. You guys have been here for the whole stream. Almost 3 hours. Here's the replay. Redmayne was on his line. And just like Mark Schwarzer did. Just like Mark Schwarzer back in 2005. Comes up big. And Australia are going to the World Cup, baby. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh. It means everything, man. It means everything, man. This country that has endured so much in the past few years, a shaky World Cup qualifying campaign, disappointment, criticism. They've held on. They've held on all this way. And Australia are going to Qatar in November. Oh my goodness. Redmayne OMG says, Hyper Gang, let's go Aussie, says Shadow. See you at the World Cup from Denmark, says Emil. We are going to the World Cup. Can you believe it? Massive upset. Massive upset. Oh my goodness. Oh, no way, dude. I just can't. It's just stunning, dude. It's just stunning. Australia are through. It's still sinking in. The chat love it. Congrats from Denmark. Looking forward to playing you guys. I'm reading the chat, man. My keeper making me proud, says Jezza. William says, Arnold, tactical masterclass. And you can see on the broadcast what it means to these Australians, man. Graham Arnold embracing Ao Mobile. Aaron Moy, so heroic. Stephen, thanks so much for the super chat, man, says Graham Arnold, you legend. Oh, and look, we can talk about Graham Arnold later in terms of what happens in the Australian coaching position. But, oh my God, dude. The Socceroos have just blown the world away and have knocked out Peru. 20 places above them in the FIFA rankings. Mitch Duke currently getting interviewed on the broadcast. A 3-hour stream. Aussie fans waking up at unimaginable hours to watch their team win 5-4 in a penalty shootout. That's right, Iggy. We're going, man. We are going, man. Rishav says the first time 6 teams from the AFC Confederation will be playing in a World Cup. Awesome. It is quite incredible, isn't it? It is quite incredible. Oh, Sagar in the chat says, congratulations from India, mate. All the best to the Socceroos. Truly, Redmayne was cruel-esque sub. Absolutely. Watching from South Korea. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, my goodness. Guys, well, I'll tell you right now, if you haven't liked this stream, this is a good enough reason to like it right now. Australia have just pulled up with a heroic performance and are going through to the World Cup. Insane. Insane, dude. I'm spent, man. I'm spent, dude. I'm spent, man. Everyone wrote off this team. Everyone wrote off this team, man. This was the team that wasn't supposed to make the World Cup. This was the team they said was the weakest soccer squad we've seen for decades. Inexperience. Lack of leadership. Well, not only have they proven Australia wrong, but they've proven the world wrong. Defeating Peru, who were massive favourites to win this. You look at everyone's predictions, previews, everyone said Peru was going through. Lack of hope, lack of faith in Australia, lack of hope, lack of faith in Coach Graham Arnold, in these players. Wake up, Australia. That's right, ISB, going to the World Cup again for the fifth consecutive time, sorry. Oh my goodness. You need to do the radio interview. I know, right, ISB. It's been pushed back. So for those, update for the radio interview, for those interested in tuning in, I'm having a chat with Maz and Lakey on Australian radio this morning. As his page. I'm having a chat on Australian radio this morning. That's been pushed back a little bit. Stephen, thanks for the super chat, says Graham Arnold for Prime Minister. He's being interviewed now. Well, look, that's what I want to ask you guys. I know it's just emotions right now. But Graham Arnold, man. Look at Andrew Redmayne. Oh, the broadcast. Oh, insane. Oh, I can't believe it. Can't believe Graham Arnold did it, says Matt James. Redmayne for PM, says Ed. Against all the odds, that's right. Live stream for the radio interview. Congratulations, Australia, says Divine. What were your thoughts originally on Redmayne going on for Pens, Iggy? I was nervous, man. I was worried. I wasn't a fan. I was just in such a big moment. It's such a big decision, but it worked out. It worked out in the end. Insane, man. Oh, my goodness. Oh, dude, I just can't believe it. It just didn't seem realistic, man. Congrats from Romania. Thank you so much. Oh, dude, this has been just the heart and the spirit that this undermanned, underperforming squad showed in these last couple of games. This game especially. 0-0 after 120 minutes. And then 5-4 win in the penalties. Some of you guys predicted it. I saw some of you guys predicting 5-4 win for Australia on Pens. Connor says, when we missed that first one, I thought it was all over. I mean, that's what makes it even more dramatic, hey? It was a roller coaster of penalty shootout. Martin Boyle misses the first penalty. It's saved. And from there, I thought, okay, yeah, this is it. We made it this far, but we're going to fall at the final hurdle. But we have done it. That's right, Tara. Yeah, that's right. The Redmayne smile after the save was epic. And you can see on the Channel 10 broadcast, Tara Rushton, Mark Milligan, Luke Wilkshire, all wearing the give it 100. And they've got the 100 emoji in a green color. I love it. Love it. Man, I love this sport. It's unrivaled in terms of emotion, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Back to back. Say the shirts. Let's be the underdog in the World Cup. Australia certainly will be in a tough group. I mean, I know we're looking ahead, but Australia now go into a group to take on France, Denmark, and Tunisia. I can see Hypergang in the chat. You said bring on France, Denmark, Tunisia. That's right. Oh my goodness, man. Williams says 4-2 in penalties in the penalty win versus Uruguay in 2005. 17 years later, 5-4 penalty win versus Peru. Insane, dude. Oh, insane. Oh, mate, it's still sinking in, dude. Guys, 3 hours. 3 hours of non-stop emotion. 3 hours of elation, nerves, excitement. We've done it, dude. It was worth it. It was well worth it. And Australia going through the World Cup. It is incredible. Oh, but guys, Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it so much. If you haven't subscribed, I encourage you to consider doing so. We do plenty of Socceroos content here. We'll be doing plenty of World Cup content when that comes around at the end of the year. Make sure you hit like on this live stream to show support, because I've put a mammoth amount of energy into this one, 3 hours at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. Guys, have a great rest of the day. Have a great rest of the week. We look forward to the World Cup come November in Qatar. Australia are going to be there. Guys, thank you so much. My name is Lockie. This is Coast Sport Football. I'll see you guys in the next one.